on the Hawkeye Sports Network from Learfield. This is Hawkeye Volleyball, presented by Quick Star. Also brought to you by Homewood Suites and Home 2. Hawk fans, experience your home away from home at Coralville's finest all-suite hotels. University of Iowa Healthcare, changing medicine, changing lives. Iowa Corn. You might think Iowa just grows corn, but the truth is, corn grows Iowa. Brought to you by Iowa's corn farmers of the Iowa Corn Growers Association and the Iowa Corn Promotion Board. Also brought to you by your Iowa John Deere dealers. John Deere loves to see the Hawkeyes do their thing, because if anyone can appreciate building a legacy, it's Deere. Hyatt Regency, caring for people so they can be their best. Mershman Seeds, your friend in the field. Oak Knoll Retirement Community, the Iowa City Area Sports Commission. And by Wellmark. You're listening to healthy coverage of the Iowa Hawkeyes from Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield. Now live, this is Hawkeye Volleyball, presented by Quick Star.
From Coralville, Iowa and Extreme Arena, it's time for Hawkeye Volleyball. Welcome to the Extreme Rivalry, the continuation of the Iowa Corn Cy-Hawk series, where the 7-2 Hawkeyes will look to prove their improvement against the 7-1 Iowa State Cyclones. I'm John Evans, courtside at Extreme Arena with my friend Reagan Coyle. After 2 successful weekends, Iowa had a more difficult road to the SEMO Invitational. Carmel Varez was a bright spot as she found herself on the all-tournament team after a stellar weekend. Otherwise, it was too many inconsistent performances for the Hawkeyes to overcome 2 5-set losses. Iowa State comes in 7-1, rebounding nicely this weekend after dropping their only match of the season last week in Cedar Falls to UNI. Duckworth, Wacholtz, and Jackson lead a formidable Iowa State offensive punch, with Morgan Brandt calling the shots as a setter for another year. Rachel Van Gorp chases down everything in the back row as Iowa will face its stiffest test of the non-conference season. It's the Cyclones and the Hawkeyes from Extreme Arena in Coralville for some valuable Cy-Hawk points. And now I'd like to welcome my friend, Reagan Coyle. It's Coyle, welcome back.
Thank you, glad to be here. Cy-Hawk series matchup.
So we were talking before we came on the air. You were 2-0 in this rivalry.
Yeah. 2-2.
2-2. I'm sorry, 2-2. That makes more sense.
I like to only count the wins, though. That's good.
Selective memory. I like that. How is this match different than East Texas A&M coming up on Friday for Iowa?
Well, just being from Iowa, you know, it always just means that much more, just knowing what the Iowa versus Iowa State rivalry means, how important that is. It's always early in the season, kind of have the other sports matching up throughout the week, and as the anticipation builds. It's always a special one. Just have a little bit more fire when you play Iowa State.
So you said you were from Iowa.
Right.
Iowa, I think, has one player on the roster from Iowa.
One lone Gabby Deary, yes.
and 5 internationals. So obviously they're kind of introduced or informed of the rivalry. They've been on campus. They saw the football game a week or two ago. Does that play any different, or is it it's still, I mean, obviously biggest crowd we've had here in Extreme all season long as well, too.
Yeah, I think the players that are a little less familiar kind of understand once they're on the court here tonight as the starting lineups are getting read off here. They see the big crowd and just kind of learn from Gabby Deary this week just kind of what that rivalry means and what it's like being an Iowa kid. And it is kind of the first kind of big matchup of the season as well, so you kind of get that feel to it as well.
And obviously if you're Iowa, you kind of felt like you were coming in here prior to last weekend. You were going to come in hot. You were ready to go, and then maybe you got humbled a little bit. And so it'll be interesting now. How does Iowa respond? Are they hungry? Are they ready to go? Do they kind of take this as a challenge and really compete?
Definitely. You know, it's a nice even matchup too. Iowa State's coming in 7-1 as well. Iowa's 7-2 right now, so it'll be a true test for both these teams tonight.
Iowa State hits 328 on the season. Just really impressive on that side of the ball. Only been aced less than 0.7, 0.69 times on the year. So serve receive is good, and their attacking is good. Iowa will have to find a way to get after it. Iowa hits 267, does average over 2.5 blocks, so there's opportunity there for Iowa. And again, Iowa going to have a new starting lineup. Allie Barrett out there, Hannah Whittingstall, Sashka Stojanovic, Claire Amaral, Carmel Varez, all names you've heard. The new one that you haven't heard, freshman Gia McGrew will get her first career start. And boy, what a time to introduce herself to the rivalry.
Definitely exciting night for her, and will be nice to see what they do with this new lineup here tonight against a tough team.
Iowa State going with McCune, Brandt, Duckworth, Wacholtz, Hendricks, Walker, Goolsby, and then Rachel Van Gorp is the libero. Most of those names, I think I said last year in Ames. There's a lot of familiarity with that Iowa State team. And they are, I won't say fully opposite, but boy, there are a lot of Iowa kids on the roster for the Cyclones. So see how Iowa handles that. First serve from Brandt, an Iowa kid from just up the road in Sumner, goes into the net. Hawkeyes lead 1-0.
Really good turnout tonight. I think that's really going to help the attitude on the floor tonight. Just big points for Iowa. Lots of cheering coming from the crowd.
Moisio back to serve for Iowa. She's got the black libero jersey on, floats it down the line. Pass tight to the net. Middle attack's tipped over. Nobody home there. Give that to McCune.
Yep, that's got to be McCune coming off the net. If you're not going to go up and put up a block on the net, pull off the net, make yourself useful as a defender.
And that's where Iowa struggled in Missouri last weekend. Touched a ton of balls, but then couldn't come up with the second contact or the dig afterwards. Duckworth fires the serve over. Barrett, tight ball to Emerald, pushed right side to Varez. Behind her, timing was off, but good roll shot to the score.
Emerald caught the block a little off guard there. The block wanted to jump a little bit with Emerald, just being so offensive, even though she was in the back row, but nice kind of high set there for Varez to put that down.
And this is another change. Varez will serve, and I think she's going to stay in and play some back row. Varez knocks the serve over. Good pass from Van Gorp. Actually, foot fault from Varez.
She definitely caught that line there.
I thought so, but I looked away. So a couple of service errors in the early going for each team, or a service error for each team. Tied at 2. Rachel Van Gorp to serve. Fires at Moisio. Good ball to Amaral. Slide to Whittingstall. Throws it over. Good hustle from Iowa State. Will get the ball over Moisio. Amaral dunks it. Ball's going to get up again. Good defense from Iowa State. Moisio. Good dig on the left side swing. McGrew sails it into the line, Judge, on her first swing.
Good defense by both sides there. Just too much muscle on that ball from McGrew.
3-2 Cyclones, their first lead. Van Gorp, great serve. Barrett, good ball to Amaral. Slide again to Whittingstall off the block. Hawks get a cover. Moisio has to just platform it over. Push to the right side. Wacholtz is blocked but out of bounds.
And McGrew was there on her block, just got unlucky. Off the hands and out.
Yeah, sat right on top of it. She was in the right position. 4-2 Cyclones. Great serve there. Barrett saw it, didn't read it very well, kind of stutter-stepped her way up. That'll drop in front of her for an ace. Now 5-2 Iowa State. Drops the serve again. Decent pass this time, goes out to McGrew. High off the hands, dug up. Platform across, back row's pushed over. Double contact called. Only way you get called for double contact now is using two hands to push it over. I've seen.
They are looking for it.
Yeah, and I think the upper referees like the opportunity to call it.
Yes.
Saw a ton of two-handed pushes over the weekend. Iowa got away with most of them, but I feel like you're pressing your luck every time you do that. Marquardt in to serve. Charday Van Zandt into the front row as well. Good serve from Marquardt. Good pass though, right side. Through the seam, sails out of bounds. That ball was out. If they challenge this, they're mistaken. Iowa State sideline telling him to. The bench telling him not to. So we'll see as we're going to get the challenge.
I don't know. We're not at a great angle to see that.
No.
if it got any piece of the line. She had a lot of room though to hit cross. Van Zandt was just pretty wide on the block.
That's one of the things I was trying to decide over the weekend if it were the Iowa middles that were slow getting to the block, closing the block, or if the Iowa pin was set too far out. And so I'm not sure which it ended up being, but that was quick. That was quick.
That was quick.
So 6-3 Iowa State on the overturn. And Wacholtz now back to serve. She's got a couple kills here early going. Good serve at Marquardt, who thought it was out. I don't think it was going to be out.
I think it was going to drop in too. Yeah, serving line is just struggling a bit right now. Late to communicate right now.
7-3 Iowa State on the second ace. Right back to Marquardt. Overpass. Has to be played though. Back row attack. That one sails out. Hawks catch a break there.
Iowa State is not going to be one of those teams that's going to give you many free points, so it's going to be important for Iowa to keep their foot on the gas and score some points and keep it within 1 or 2 just to say keep it close here, down by 3.
Yeah, if you hit 328 on the season, you're not losing a lot of opportunities there. Whittingstall knocks the serve over. Another great ball. Right or left side swing. Finds the hole there. That was Goolsby, the freshman.
That was one where Amaral was pretty wide on that block, so Goolsby had quite a bit of court to hit there.
So every hitter has a tendency, right? Some like to go cross, some more naturally come down the line. So you think the scout tells you where you want to set the block for the most part?
For the most part, yep. And then, just adjust from there during the match as things change.
Goolsby serves it in the net on the top spin serve. Service error makes it 8-5 Iowa State. Amaral back to serve for the Hawks. Claire pops it cross court. Goolsby tight to the net, dunked over. Boy, she was in the net.
Laughing about it afterwards, like, yep, my bad.
Well, Morgan's a senior. I'm sure she knows the net and knows the area, so a mistake she won't make very often. Amaral pops it cross again. Pass to the same spot. That ball's almost mishit, but Hendricks Walker gets the kill.
A little bit of an awkward swing. She was behind the ball quite a bit, just found its way on the court just before the end line.
9-6 Iowa State. Hendricks Walker now to serve. Flat foots it over at Chardet. Good pass. Amaral outside to to Varez, who scores from the left side.
Just a really high attack from Varez. She can hit over and around the block almost every time as long as that set is high enough for her.
Yeah, it's nice having an athletic 6'3" out on one of the pins to take a swing for you. Van Zandt sends it just over the end line. Floated all the way to that far corner and just went a touch long. 10-7 Iowa State. Barrett re-enters for Iowa. And Morgan Brandt heads back to the service line. Brandt fires it at McGrew. Good ball. Amaral middle of the floor. Varez from the right. Easy dig there for Goolsby. Right side swing. High off the block. Barrett, easy play. Sashka's down, but I think she's all right. Varez off the block. Dug by Van Gorp. Middle attack. Dug by Moisio with one hand. Barrett, good ball to McGrew. Rolls it over. Boy, diving play from Goolsby. Roll shot off the block. Tooled nicely. That was Duckworth.
Really unlucky for Varez because she was there on the block, but an off-speed roll shot kind of just right off the hands of Varez. Unlucky for Iowa.
11-7 Iowa State. Brandt again. Moisio, great ball to Amaral. Dunk shot to Stojanovic. She hammers it off Brandt, 11-8. Moisio to serve for Iowa. Mo knocks it right down the line, but another good pass from Iowa State. Blocked, but out of bounds. That was Wuckeltz from the left.
Just add that to the unlucky block column for Iowa tonight. Just can't quite connect like they want to get that ball to land inside on the block.
And I saw this all weekend long, so Duckworth knocks it at McGrew. Good ball with hands. Amaral goes back out to McGrew. Off the block. Amaral's there. Barrett steps in to take it. Goes back to McGrew. Goes high over the hands. Dug up. Left side swing. Moisio, good ball. Amaral pushed it back out to McGrew again. Another ball's dug. Chased down by Brandt. Tipped over with the left hand. Dug by McGrew. Pushed back to the right side. Varez shoves it off the antenna. Iowa not winning the long points. Playing good defense to stay in them, but not winning the scramble points right now. 13-8 Iowa State.
Yeah, very good defense on both sides right now. Both liberos on each side are covering the floor really well.
Duckworth takes a deep breath, fires it over. Drop ball there, taken by Whittingstall. Right side to Varez. High off the block again. Has to be platformed out though. But boy, that ball is hammered down by Goolsby. It's 14-8 Iowa in a bit of a spot here.
She found a nice sharp angle just right inside the block, hit it about the 12-foot line. Really good swing.
And the difference in the match right now is Iowa's touches are ending out of bounds or on the ground, and Iowa State's are going up in the air where they can play them.
Exactly.
Barrett off the net. Amaral pushed it out. That's a tight ball. Boy, that is, Gia's dead in the water on that one. 15-8 Iowa State, and that should bring us a media timeout. 60 seconds, we'll be back. This is Hawkeye Volleyball from Learfield.
Life's busy. Quickstar makes it easier. From fresh hot coffee to delicious bakery treats and quick grab-and-go meals and snacks, we've got what you need when you're on the run. Top off your tank with Quickstar's fully guaranteed fuel to keep you moving. Plus, enjoy added perks like free ATMs and complimentary air for your tires. Convenience, savings, and a see you next time with a smile. We're your go-to for everything you need to keep your day on track, because your comfort and cravings deserve the best. Stop into Quickstar today.
Can you think of anything that costs the same today as it did 10 years ago? There isn't much. That is, unless you're a Mid-American Energy customer. Thanks to all the renewable energy we're generating, our customers pay nearly the same rate for electricity today as they did back when we were all singing, "Call Me Maybe." And with Mid-American making even more investments in clean energy, you can count on enjoying those same affordable rates for the next decade. Now that's obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Welcome back to Hawkeye Volleyball. John Evans and Reagan Coyle here in Extreme Arena. Quickstar is proud to be the presenting sponsor of Hawkeye Volleyball. Find the nearest Quickstar location at quickstar.com. Fast start for Iowa State, out 15-8. What do you see so far, Coach Coyle?
Iowa State is just swinging away right now. They're hitting 353. Iowa only at 062. They're swinging with no fear. Iowa just can't seem to get into a defensive rhythm. They're really struggling to kind of get some swings up from Iowa State and get something together on offense as well. Blocking is just not quite there. Just lots of unlucky touches.
Serve comes over at McGrew. Good pass to Amaral. Right side, Varez goes high over the block. Touch. Carmel has been Iowa's offense. She rotates to the back row to serve, 15-9. You know, Iowa's in trouble, though, when your middles have 3 swings.
Mm-hmm.
Varez knocks the serve over. Good pass this time. Right side swing. Wuckeltz rolls it. Moisio, Amaral, McGrew. Good sharp cut, but dug up. Push to the middle. Swiped over. Boy, another not great connection, but McCune hangs in the air and flips it over Whittingstall.
Yep, those balls have to come up. It just requires more communication on defense. Could be that McGrew is new to the lineup, so it's just some uncertainty there on who's going to pick that ball up.
Van Gorp fires it at Moisio. Good hands to Amaral. Slide to Whittingstall. Shoves it off the block. That's the touch that's been happening to Iowa as it falls in front of Wuckeltz. 16-10. Marquardt and Van Zant re-enter. Jamie will serve. Another great pass from Iowa State. Middle block is slapped long, touch called. 17-10.
Iowa's just struggling to get into a rhythm overall this set. Just feels a little flat on this side. Iowa State just has all the momentum right now.
Wacholtz comes forward, fires it. Van Zant, good ball to Amaral. She goes up, takes a swing, and scores.
That'll help keep the middle block honest for Iowa State, with Amaral kind of adding to the kill column there, making them second guess on who to block.
17-11. Yeah, if you can just delay, make that block split just a little bit, you give your outside either pin hitter that much more of an opening. Whittingstall fires the serve in, catches the back line. Grant thought it was going to sail long. Bottom fell out of it right at the end. Ace serve for Iowa, 17-12. Hannah hops forward, goes with a little shorter serve. Miscommunication, but works out for Iowa State. Good block from Van Zant, keeps it on the Iowa State side. Back row attacks, tipped over. Whittingstall, Van Zant. Marquardt uses two hands. Outside. Amaral one-on-one gets a block. Back row again. Varez. Van Zant. Ball popped up in the air by Van Gorp. Rolled over, blocked! Claire Amaral gets the block on Goolsby, and Iowa finally wins a long point.
It's a great patience by Amaral up there at the net, just kind of waiting for that ball to be attacked over the net. She waited, attacked at the perfect moment, got a great stuff block to end that long rally.
17-13, Iowa within 4 now. Whittingstall sends it over again. Another good pass from Iowa State. Goolsby off the block. Van Zant's there. Amaral pushes it out to Van Zant. She knocks it off Van Gorp. Iowa on a 4-0 run at 17-14.
Strong swing by Van Zant. Amaral now getting the hang of the blocking in there. She's moved her block on the inside a little bit of Goolsby. She's getting way more positive touches now on those swings.
Whittingstall, another good serve. Wait, took it from the libero. That ball sails wide. The Iowa block doing a job now. It's 17-15 as Goolsby misses wide. And that will draw a timeout from Christy Johnson-Lynch. Iowa back within 2 here in the first. 17-15 Iowa State, 60 seconds. This is Hawkeye Volleyball from Learfield.
Farmers are constantly chasing more yield and greater consistency. Check out Mershman Seeds Power Core Enlist Corn. Here's Ben Pieper, our product manager.
Power Core Enlist corn hybrids are the fastest growing traits in growers' fields right now. Farmers know that we are choosing the right hybrids for the right acres to put more corn in their hopper at harvest. Combine that with Mershman Seeds starting line seed treatment, growers are finding that high yielding consistency that they're looking for.
Contact your local Mershman Seeds dealer today and ask them about Power Core Enlist Corn from Mershman Seeds, your friend in the field.
We love it when the Hawkeyes do their thing, because if there's anyone who can appreciate building a legacy, it's John Deere. We've been growing our team since 1837, recruiting the best thinkers, doers, and makers to craft innovations that outpace the competition. Because whether it's cultivating the earth with a tractor or reshaping it with a 40-ton excavator, the machines we build are building America. Nothing runs like a Deere.
John Evans and Reagan Coyle back here in Coralville. Iowa's 5 straight has made the score 17-15. Quickstar is proud to be the presenting sponsor of Hawkeye Volleyball. Find the nearest Quickstar location at quickstar.com. Whittingstall still at the line. Fires another good serve over. Ball's pushed to the outside again. That one's tipped and blocked again. Amaral and Stojanovic block Goolsby.
What better time to get your block back than the 6-0 scoring run?
Well, I think you hit it on the head. They shifted that block just a little bit, and they're creating some at least some thought, some decision. Whittingstall sends it over the inline, though. So the run ends at 6, but Iowa back now within 2. It's 18-16.
Great serve run by Whittingstall to at least get them within a couple. You can feel it feels different in here now, within 2.
Goolsby now to serve. The big top spin serve. Fires it off the tape. Stojanovic, Amaral, Van Zant. Good swing. Dug by Van Gorp. Push to the back row. Dug by Varez, but over our heads into the crowd. 19-16. Goolsby got her groove back, running the white in the back row. So this is where you need to stop it right now. You can't let Iowa State rebuild the lead at all. Big top spin serve again. Good pass to Amaral. Outside to Van Zant. Sharp cross. Van Gorp gets hands on it, but can't handle the heat from Van Zant. 19-17.
Very sharp cross swing by Van Zant. Van Dorp got a touch on it, but that ball was really hard to dig.
Charday with a couple now on 4 swings. Amaral to serve. Claire pops it right down the line. Good pass from Duckworth. Outside to Duckworth. And she did that same sharp cross. Didn't have the heat on it, but Moisio couldn't come up with it. 20-17. Now that Varez is in the front row, see if the blocking stays sharp. Hendricks Walker to serve. Cyclones by 3 here late in the first set. Moisio, great ball to Amaral. Van Zant on a short. She ran it in from the right, ran right behind Amaral on the set, and just tipped it over into the campfire.
Yeah, set her on a quick 6 ball. Timing was a little off. Van Zant just thought she would tip it right into the campfire on Iowa State's side. Nobody there to pick it up.
The defense is really sticking to Stojanovic for the most part, right? Thinking a traditional middle attack. Van Zant, sharp serve off the tape, diving play, push to the outside, tipped over. McGrew's there. Amaral fights through traffic, goes behind her to Varez, who sails it over the inline. No touch. Iowa thinks there was one. Nobody else really does, though. 21-18 on the hitting error.
It's a good pickup by McGrew. She's in off blocker mode now. She knows she has to get that ball up. And then it might take her out of the offense for that play, but Varez is a good option in the back.
Morgan Brandt to serve. It's a good one. Moisio, good ball to Amaral. Outside to McGrew. She gets the kill off the block. Couldn't tell for sure which side it drug down on.
Yeah, it got a piece of the blocker's hands and just went straight down on Iowa State's side, but it was right on the tape, so it was hard to see which side it landed on.
Coach Yale makes a better door than a window. Moisio, good strong serve. Duckworth, great pass though. Middle attack, just catches the line. Moisio was right on top of it diving. She thinks it was out. Barrett thinks it was out. And that will draw a challenge from Coach Barnes.
Had no view of that one being this far over here, and Coach Yale right there as well.
And Moisio diving right on top of it. So Iowa State challenged earlier in the set. They were successful, so they kept theirs. And it was quick. They're showing it on the overhead there. Can't tell from that angle. The other angle, I think you had a fighting chance of telling. Ball was in, challenge, or calls confirmed. So Coach Barnes will have one challenge left. So 22-19, Iowa State leads.
If anything, just able to use that as a timeout situation, being this close in the first set, kind of get a reset, maybe ice the server a little bit.
I love how Coach Barnes looks at the down ref and go, really? And he's just like, oh, yeah. And it didn't take very long either, so Duckworth to fire again. Barrett got into her chest a little bit, off the net, goes outside to McGrew. High up the hands, falls on the Iowa State side, though. Goolsby can't cover, 22-20.
Another one off the hands. Hands there from McGrew. She's got such a tough swing. When she gets a piece of the block there, it's really impossible for somebody to dig it because it just kind of hits the hands and just falls.
Varez to serve for the Hawks, down by 2 here late in the set. Good serve there, diving play from Van Gorp. Goes to the outside, Goolsby. Dug by Moisio. Amaral chases it down, gives McGrew a trot. Touch called, Hawks score. Iowa back within 1.
I love how McGrew celebrates. She is so fiery on the court out there, and I think everyone on the court gains from her energy.
She is such a bright light. Varez Knocks the serve cross court. Right side swing, Wackel's blocked on the floor. We're tied at 22. Iowa down 7 earlier in the set, has come all the way back.
The block has finally found their rhythm. Great touches now from Iowa on the block. Getting set, getting good hands pressed over the net. Positive touch, landing in the court for a point.
Iowa 3 blocks. Iowa State does not have any yet. Varez goes cross again. Left side swing. That one's Goolsby got one-on-one with Amaral. She cut it inside of her even more, 23-22.
That's a tricky ball to stop, especially the block is inside, but just found a slice of court inside the block.
Van Gorp, Barrett, great ball to Amaral. Backpedals, dumps it over on a fadeaway. Goolsby again, dug by Moisio. Amaral fights through, pushes it outside to McGrew. High off the hands, net called, we're tied at 23. Jamie Marquardt in for McGrew. Sharday Van Zant in for Barrett. See if Iowa can push ahead here now. A race to 2. Marquardt, great serve. Pass is tight right on the net. Blocked. Oh, Iowa couldn't find it. Amaral was there. Van Zant and Whittingstall were sitting on that block. Great job. But
Iowa State just able to kind of muscle it through.
Just leaked through, and Amaral couldn't keep control of it. Ava Martin in for her first appearance. Set point, Iowa State. Iowa State icing their own setter here with a little floor cleanup. I like it. Martin's ready. She knocks it across. Bad pass. Moisio all the way across to Van Zant. That's a good ball, but she rolled it instead of swinging at it. Goolsby, good transition back. She rolls it. And Iowa had some miscommunication between Moisio and Marquardt. And the ball finds the floor. Iowa State takes set 1, 25-23.
Oh, so close. Just a fight, being down 0-7. Or being down by 7 at the beginning of that set. Really good fight by Iowa. Tough one to end on like that, but good momentum going into set 2.
A little anticlimactic buzz. Iowa State leads 1-0. We'll take 2 minutes. This is Hawkeye Volleyball from Learfield.
You asked for all the extreme internet performance at an all-in price, and we listened. Get 1 gig internet with a 2-year price lock and everything included. Unlimited data for non-stop streaming, powerful Wi-Fi for enhanced coverage, built-in online threat protection, and internet equipment. All for just $65 a month for 2 years. It's the extreme 1 gig internet deal you asked for. Call 844-4FASTER or visit extreme.com for details. Offer available to new customers only. Price doesn't include one-time charges, tax, and government fees.
Our mission at Oak Knoll is to provide exceptional retirement living and health services through Life Care. I'm Steve Rowe, CEO. We are a not-for-profit life plan community and have served the Iowa City area for 58 years. Oak Knoll is located near the University of Iowa Hospitals and Clinics, Kinnick Stadium, Carver Hawkeye Arena, Hancher Auditorium, and downtown Iowa City. Visit our website at oakknoll.com to learn more. We are a proud sponsor of Hawkeye Athletics. Go Hawks!
Hello, Iowa. Here's a promise. Wherever you are in this great state, University of Iowa Healthcare is here for you, even if you never walk through our doors. Educating, caring, leading research, sharing our expertise with all. Because we believe that UI Healthcare is here to make all of Iowa better. UI Healthcare, changing medicine, changing lives. Visit uihealthcare.org.
The silly moments, the proud moments, even the hard moments. They're what make life remarkable. And they're why Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield is here for every moment. Committed to making healthcare better, more affordable, with more choices for care. And service and coverage that give you peace of mind no matter what comes your way. So you can show up for every tender moment, every brave moment, and every wouldn't miss it for the world moment. Knowing that Blue is here for you. Go to wellmark.com/every moment to find a plan right for you.
Iowa State took a hotly contested first set, 25-23. John Evans and Reagan Coyle here at Extreme Arena. Coach Coyle, do you make any adjustments, or you just say, hey, after you kicked out the nerves, it was okay, more of that?
I think the latter, yeah. After they got service figured out, got defense figured out, off blocker, McGrew coming off the net, picking those tips up, the block finally finding their spot on the net, moving that block inside. I haven't seen Iowa State's outside swing line. Iowa got a few good blocks there in the middle of the set. They didn't adjust and hit line, so I'd like to see the blocks stay where they're at, keep taking away cross, make them swing line. It's going to be really hard. Set has to get all the way out there, and with a shorter outside, it is harder to hit line.
Quickstar is proud to be the presenting sponsor of Hawkeye Volleyball. Find the nearest Quickstar location at quickstar.com. Hawkeyes are led by Gia McGrew, that freshman, as she had a hitting error on her first swing. 4 kills after that on 11 swings in total. Couple digs and a block. Sharday Van Zant with 3, Carmel Varez with 3. Iowa hits 312 in the first set. You're happy with that number. You're probably not thrilled with only 13 kills. 12 digs, 5 from Mo Moisio. Match leaders Aaliyah Goolsby. She has 5 kills, but she does have 4 errors on 16 swings. She's had to work hard. Allie Barrett starts the second set. Van Gorp, high ball off the net. Pushed all the way to the outside. Wuckels tools the block. First point of the Cyclones.
And that's a way to keep the block honest right off the bat there. Using Varez's right hand, just tooling that off there, testing the strength of her outside hand.
Duckworth looking over at the bench, getting her serving area. Pops a good strong serve over. Amaral outside McGrew. Was a little behind her. Timing was a little off. Goes inside to Wuckels. She tips it off the block. Covered up by Iowa State. Middle attacks pushed over. Actually, Moisio got there. McGrew right side to Wuckels, and she hits it in the net. And I think we're going to get an Iowa State challenge. Although there's some debate now between coaches. And we're going to get the challenge on whether the pancake was up or not. She's not
talk about it.
Yeah, she's not going to challenge. She's going to ask, but not. 1-1 here in the first as Iowa will play on. Moisio. Van Gorp, good ball. Back row, tipped over. Moisio again with the pancake. McGrew, dug by Van Gorp. Wuckels tips it over. That one finds the floor.
Somebody has to get those balls on Iowa's side other than Moisio. She is getting there, but somebody can get there a lot quicker and faster than she can, so that way she doesn't have to exert all that energy getting those middle of the floor balls.
Van Gorp. Barrett, bad ball. Oh boy. McGrew was about to swing at it and felt like Barrett came under her feet. And so the Hawks just let an easy ball hit the floor. 3-1 Cyclones.
Feels a lot like the beginning of the first set, just lots of unforced errors and miscommunication on Iowa's side right now.
Overpass. That's killed by Hendricks Walker as Amaral couldn't jump up and contest as a back row setter. 4-1. And this is where Iowa had righted the serve receive around, and now it's struggling a little bit. Van Gorp again. Barrett, big high ball off the net. Moisio, McGrew off the block. Amaral covers. Moisio blocks it across to Varez inside the court. Tia gets the dig. Pushed. That's a short ball inside off the block again. Varez and Whittingstall get the block on a tight pass to Goolsby. I always feel bad for a hitter that gets an error on that one.
Yeah.
There's just absolutely
not much you can do with that.
Yeah, she's just all she can do to kind of fight, tip it anywhere, and the ball just hangs up and falls on her side.
Now's the time for Iowa to kind of turn it on their side after a few unforced errors. It's time to play cleaner volleyball.
4-2 Iowa State. Varez right down the line. Good pass from Goolsby. Back out to her again. There she went down the line and scored. She made the adjustment once.
I was going to say, after I just talked about it.
You still test it though, right?
I saw it once, yeah.
Because obviously that's not where she prefers to go. So you
exactly.
keep making her try. Wuckles to serve, 5-2 Cyclones. That ball sails over the inline. 3 aces, 3 errors for Iowa State. That was, Iowa had some issues against Weber State on Saturday, man. It was, trying to get the StatCast to pull back up here. It was double-digit aces and double-digit errors for Weber State. 13 aces, 15 errors. They served aggressive. They went at Iowa's serve receive and created some havoc in traffic. Marquardt knocks it over. Good drop serve, but a good pass. Right side, chopped over. Whittingstall. Van Zandt inside the court, dug by Tia. Chased down by the middle, platformed over by Van Gorp. Varez, Amaral, slide to Whittingstall, scores.
Here's a Whittingstall slide that we have not seen yet tonight, which we saw a lot of the last time we were on broadcast together. Iowa's middle's a little slow to get started tonight, but that starts with passing. Got to have good passes to get them involved.
Marquardt right down the line. Tight ball. Lost the joust. Van Zandt gets it. Marquardt. No, they just, everybody looking at each other again. And I guess to your point, that's a new face and a new position in the lineup.
Yep.
So when Barrett and McGrew run into each other, those are 2 newer players. Carmel's not used to playing back row. She backs off that. Hawks let another easy ball fall to the floor.
Just has to take extra communication with 2 new faces and 2 new spots, like you mentioned.
Marquardt, great pass. Boy, that Amaral dunks it right on top of Grant. Good block from Whittingstall. Dumped over. Whittingstall gets the block. Van Zandt sails it well over the block. No touch. 7-4. Boy, and that is dirty. Jamie Marquardt gets a bad set on that ball that is just hanging up in the air. Goolsby to serve again. Marquardt overpass. Amaral wins the joust, though. Every setter's dream is to let that middle push and come back in and get it.
Exactly. The setter is going to win that joust 9 times out of 10. They're second to get over the net, and they just get the last touch on that ball.
Hendricks Walker started the shove, and Claire came in late and just pushed her right back. Good serve from Whittingstall. Duckworth, good play by Marquardt. Varez inside the court. Oh, good sharp cross there from Van Zandt. Iowa back within 1 at 7-6.
I love how Van Zandt is just swinging away. She's so good on the sharp cross swing. The out-of-system ball, a little unlucky that was so far out of bounds, but nonetheless, I really like the aggressive swings coming out of her, even with a couple errors.
Whittingstall sends it over the inline. 8-6, Iowa State. Mary Hendricks Walker back to serve. How do you go from Los Angeles, California to South Florida and end up at Iowa State? She misses wide. Teams trade service errors.
Wanted to experience a Midwest winter?
It's not usually a bucket list item for most people. Amaral to serve. That'll put Varez back in the front row for the Hawks. Claire knocks it right down the line. Good pass from Grant. Good strong swing. Doug, can Iowa chase it down? Marquardt can. Moisio, big high ball. Uh-oh. Tipped over. Varez. Moisio, tight ball. Van Zandt. Iowa had no business winning that point, and they steal it.
It's a good idea by Moisio to send that ball with some height over the net, but it was just right on top of the net for Iowa State to attack that ball, but kind of unlucky joust by the middle to let us get 3 contacts on the ball.
That turned into a perfect set. That ball's tipped over. What a tip. What a save from Amaral. Oh, boy. But Varez just tips it over. 9-8, Iowa State regains the lead.
Yeah, the out-of-system second and third contact right now for Iowa is a little rocky right now. Just more communication. Starts with a pass, though, to be in system. Then we don't have to worry about it, but like you mentioned, just 2 new faces and 2 new spots on the court just adds a little bit more uncertainty on who's going to take that ball.
Brandt to serve. Boy, and that's a bad set there. Varez has no chance on that ball, 10-8. I think the worst part of this set, Iowa down 2 here in the early going, is you've let 2 balls fall to the floor. You've had that set. There's just been, you're hurting yourself here.
Exactly, yep.
Brandt knocks it over. Marquardt, not a great pass. Amaral behind her. Charday, good swing, but dug over to the Iowa side. Stojanovic has to tip. Wuckholtz is there. Tight ball, tipped over. Amaral. Moisio with platform to Van Zandt on the right. Off the block. Van Gorp's there. Middle attack's tipped over. Amaral. Oh, boy. That ball just falls to the floor as a couple Hawkeyes are laying there and just can't use go-go gadget arms to reach it.
Lots of tipping on both sides during that rally. Great effort by everyone laying out on the floor on both sides, but just feel like it's a little, on both sides, a little unconventional volleyball happening right now.
Is that code for sloppy?
Yes.
3 straight from Iowa State has them on top 11-8 here. Cyclones took the first, 25-23.
Yeah, you usually only see tips come out, if a swing's not working very well, but lots of tips on both sides. I think the setter to hitter connection, it might be struggling on both sides.
That was better. Good first ball from Jamie Marquardt. Gave Claire Amaral a chance to set the middle, and Sasha Stojanovic puts it away for her second kill, 11-9.
It's great to see Iowa's middles get going. Like to see them be involved more even as the second set goes on.
4 kills on 7 swings for the 2 of them. So, oh boy, that was going to be close. Middle attack, slapped over off Moisio. McCune with the kill.
And McCune basically on a 0 ball. It was a lot quicker than a 1. Really tough to defend. Middle blocker has to be up and over the net as that ball is being swung.
Duckworth now to serve. Fires a good strong serve at McGrew. Good pass. Back out to McGrew. Off the tape. Sashka, Amaral, Varez. Overpass. Boy, that's dug up. Platform across. Moisio takes the tight ball to Amaral. Stojanovic tips, and it's a beauty. Sashka with a perfect tip there. 12-10 Iowa State, sorry.
You can just add that on at the end.
Iowa State going to challenge whether McGrew's ball came over early in that rally or whether she touched it twice. She blocked one and then immediately touched it again. We are going to, this time yes, this time no.
Yes.
You mentioned earlier, one of the things Iowa's struggling with so far, middle defense right now. Hendricks Walker, 4 kills on 7 swings. McCune, 6 kills on 9 swings. So 10 of 16 and no errors out of the Iowa State middles.
Yeah, they're running really efficient in the middle. I think that starts just with their offense. They run a really quick middle ball, basically a 0 like I was talking about. So really tough to defend, but Iowa State has done a really good job being in systems so that way they're able to set their middles. Iowa's getting there, but we do best when everyone's involved in the front row, and right now our middles aren't quite there yet, but making good progress, down by 2 here in the second.
I feel like as a whole, Iowa State's passing has been better, at least more consistent, and that's kind of set the tone for the match. Although Iowa out-hitting Iowa State 264 to 246, which Iowa State came into the match hitting 328. So pretty good job from Iowa, because it feel like Iowa State is in system regularly. But Iowa done a pretty nice job of preventing easy swings other than the middle.
Definitely, and quite a few unforced errors on Iowa's side, and only being down by 2 points. They clean up those errors and it's a different game.
Yeah, you have to pass well to get 16 swings already out of your middles. So both Iowa State and Iowa are down a challenge at this point. Coach Johnson Lynch had the same opinion of the challenge that Coach Barnes had a little bit ago. Got an explanation and still didn't like it. Milana Moisio to serve. She has 9 digs already through a set and a half for the Hawks. Sends a floater over. Van Gorp takes it easily. Middle attack's tipped over. Moisio with her 10th dig. Whittingstall slaps it to the back. Van Gorp with her 10th. Goolsby blocked. Inbound. Oh, out of bounds. Far line got me again.
I thought that was in too. It's almost like the line judge knew it was going to land out. He had his flag up before it hit the floor, I feel like.
I fully trust linesman Trout to make that call.
Yeah.
13-10, Van Gorp to serve. Bad pass. McGrew has to platform all the way across to Varez. That's a good ball, but dug by Brandt. Van Gorp steps into Goolsby. And that ball was out. Oh, but Iowa in the net. That one stings. You drag Goolsby in, and Varez called in the net. Oh,
yeah,
man.
Started a little too close to the net on her block, came down and just got a piece of it before the ball hit the floor.
Van Gorp fires it quickly over. Barrett, not a great pass again. McGrew, right to Van Gorp. Outside Goolsby. Catches the back line. 3-0 run from the Cyclones. It's 15-10. That'll draw the media timeout. Feels like we didn't have any rhythm to the first part of this set. We'll take 60 seconds. This is Hawkeye Volleyball from Learfield.
You asked for all the extreme internet performance at an all-in price, and we listened. Get 1 gig internet with a 2-year price lock and everything included. Unlimited data for non-stop streaming, powerful Wi-Fi for enhanced coverage, built-in online threat protection, and internet equipment. All for just $65 a month for 2 years. It's the extreme 1 gig internet deal you asked for. Call 844-4FASTER or visit extreme.com for details. Offer available to new customers only. Price doesn't include one-time charges, tax, and government fees.
Our mission at Oak Knoll is to provide exceptional retirement living and health services through life care. I'm Steve Rowe, CEO. We are a not-for-profit life plan community and have served the Iowa City area for 58 years. Oak Knoll is located near the University of Iowa Hospitals and Clinics, Kinnick Stadium, Carver Hawkeye Arena, Hancher Auditorium, and downtown Iowa City. Visit our website at oakknoll.com to learn more. We are a proud sponsor of Hawkeye Athletics. Go Hawks!
John Evans and Reagan Coyle back here in Extreme Arena. Iowa State leads set 2, 15-10. Quickstars are proud to be the presenting sponsor of Hawkeye Volleyball. Find the nearest Quickstar location at quickstar.com. Iowa State heating up a little bit. 3:33 now in this set. 10 kills, just 2 errors.
Just feels like right now Iowa doesn't have any spark. Their swings don't have a spark to them like they did in the first set. Iowa State playing really good defense nonetheless, but just kind of missing that oomph on offense from Iowa.
Back row change for Iowa. We'll get to that after the Van Gorp serve. Goes over, it's Schleister. Middle attack, Whittingstall misses wide. Boy, that one hurts. You get what you want out of that, and then miss. 16-10. Greta Schleister in the game for Allie Barrett. Van Gorp again. Goes at Moisio. Good ball. Middle attack. Whittingstall tips, but Goolsby's there. Wuckles, good sharp cross, catches the line. Iowa in trouble here. 17-10. And Iowa will make a change. McKenna Rumpel, the freshman, will come in. She'll come in for Hannah Whittingstall. To your point, Iowa needs to just find something here. Schleister, good ball. Right side to Varez, too tight, but tipped over. Middle attack, off the block, and over the back row. Iowa State middle again. Boy, they force it to the middle and do a really nice job. Hendricks Walker makes it 18-10. That's 6 straight for Iowa State, and another timeout for Coach Barnes in Iowa. 60 more seconds. This is Hawkeye Volleyball from Learfield.
You power your day with passion and purpose. It's the same for Alliant Energy. We're modernizing the grid, blending new, renewable, and traditional energy sources to meet growing demand safely and reliably. We're rising to the challenge to meet your energy needs today and for generations to come. Visit alliantenergy.com/poweringbeyond to learn more.
Cancer doesn't care. It doesn't care what you look like, how old you are, what you do, or where you live. We do. University of Iowa Healthcare is doing more to beat cancer than anyone in the state. From second opinions to life-saving treatments that happen here first. We lead the way in research, training, and care because we believe that UI Healthcare is here to make all of Iowa better. UI Healthcare, changing medicine, changing lives. Visit uihealthcare.org.
18-10, Iowa State leads the second. They took the first set 25-23. See if Iowa can put the brakes on this and dig in. Van Gorp knocks it over. Schleister, tight ball. Nothing Amaral can do about it. And another middle kill for Iowa State. Hendricks Walker finishes the overpass, 19-10. Bad pass. Rumpel takes the second ball. McGrew off the net, sends it out of bounds. This is when you got to figure out. Timeout, Coach Barnes again. We might as well leave it here this time. I feel like we're overextending our commercials, but I'm not sure I also have anything positive to say. I was just looking at the lineup as they were in the huddle there. As you look at it, McGrew, Varez, there was another one there. We had three freshmen on the floor right there for Iowa. Rumpel, yes. Sashka's first real action. She's a redshirt freshman, so you've got four. Although she was in the back row, so it wouldn't have been her. Then you had new to Iowa with Schleister, new to Iowa with Moisio. And again, at some point that stuff goes away, but some of them are still actual real freshmen. How do you now turn the momentum around? I mean, okay, 20-10. You're testing your breaks here on whether you're going to win the second set, but there's still another set to play. How do you right things around here?
I think it starts with the upperclassmen. You know, there's a lot of freshmen on the court right now, but the upperclassmen are still going to lead whether they're on the court or not. It's got to start by everyone knowing that this is not how they want to play Iowa volleyball.
And you have a senior setter, so you got your quarterback that should be that can direct around here a little bit, and she's in her second year here.
Yep, after coming down 7 in the first set, you know, it'd be tough to string together 10 points here in the second, but nonetheless, there's still a lot of game left and time to turn the third set around.
8 straight for the Cyclones. Make it 9, as that is a beautiful drop serve as she finds the 4-5 seam. And Iowa will make a back row swap again, as that is Van Gorp's third ace of the match. 21-10. Boy, that's off the tape. Another beautiful serve. Amaral gives it to Varez. Block. Hawks get the ball in the air, but Barrett from her backside can't punch it over. I like it. That's at least the effort level you want to see.
Good strong swing by Varez.
22-10. Van Gorp again. Late communication to Barrett. That ball sails just over the back line. I'm sure that's a trade-off you'll take if you're Iowa State, though.
Definitely.
22-11. Varez back to serve for the Hawkeyes. Oh, that is not a trade-off that Iowa will take, as Varez returns the favor and sends it over the inline.
Like I said earlier in the match, Iowa State's not going to be one of those teams to give you many free points, and they've proved that here in their 10-win scoring run.
Ava Martin in to serve. 23-11. Good slap serve over. Good pass to Amaral. Slide to Rumpel. Blows up Van Gorp, but on the overpass, McGrew comes back onto the Iowa State side. Back row, slapped over. Barrett. Amaral takes a rip and scores.
Good point to get the crowd involved again. Got a little quiet there here in Extreme.
Yeah, there was a balloon leaking of the air there for a minute, or 5, perhaps 10. 23-12 Iowa State. Jamie Marquardt in to serve. Jamie's had a couple good service runs for Iowa this year. That would be a fabulous time to rattle off a couple. Good pass from Tia, middle attack. Boy, it's just not going to happen if you allow Iowa State to pass right on the tape. Hendricks Walker with 7 on 10 swings.
Yeah, Iowa State's middle on fire. Middles, plural, on fire right now.
Yeah, 7 of 10 and 7 of 11, neither of which has an error so far. The high jump serve toss. Boy, it's a beauty. Moisio right on the net. Amaral's blocked. And boy, that ball just rolled out of bounds. Hawks catch a small break there as Hendricks Walker was right on that.
Yep, she knew Claire was going to take a swing on that ball. Her hitters have been struggling in this set, so she's thinking she might as well take a few of her own.
I actually like the swing better than the tip because her tips have been going right to someone. That ball just sails over the inline from Rumpel.
Serve and pass game.
Yeah, Iowa completely lost serve and pass in that set. Even though the ace numbers weren't huge, boy, it was not good for the Hawkeyes. Hawkeyes fall in the second, 25-13 after dropping the first, 25-23. We'll see what the Hawks can do for a rebound. Quickstar is proud to be the presenting sponsor of Hawkeye Volleyball. Find the nearest Quickstar location at quickstar.com. Give us 2 minutes and we'll be back. This is Hawkeye Volleyball from Learfield.
Life moves fast. Quickstar keeps up. Whether it's fresh coffee, a bakery treat, or take-home meals that make life easier, we've got everything you need right here. While you're fueling up with our fully guaranteed gasoline, we've got great services like free ATMs and free air, always clean stores, clean restrooms, and a smile for your day. Hey, we're all about saving you time, money, and making life easier. Quickstar's here for you. Whenever you need us, we got you covered.
At Mid-American Energy, our 1.6 million customers depend on our energy 24/7. That's why we work 24/7 to deliver the safe, reliable energy you need. To keep our 99.9% reliability record, we're enhancing our technology, improving resiliency, and investing in critical infrastructure. We're generating power from all available resources to cover any increases in demand. And we're innovating to ensure you always have the energy you need. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Farmers are constantly chasing more yield and greater consistency. Check out Mershman Seeds Power Core Enlist Corn. Here's Ben Pieper, our product manager.
Power Core Enlist corn hybrids are the fastest growing traits in growers' fields right now. Farmers know that we are choosing the right hybrids for the right acres to put more corn in their hopper at harvest. Combine that with Mershman Seeds starting line seed treatment, growers are finding that high yielding consistency that they're looking for.
Contact your local Mershman Seeds dealer today and ask them about Power Core Enlist Corn from Mershman Seeds, your friend in the field.
Hey Hawkeyes, this is Coach Ferentz. We're excited about the football season. Iowa Corn is pumped up for their season and their partnership with the Hawkeyes. When you drive to the game, support Iowa's corn farmers by selecting unleaded 88 at the pump. It's a fuel choice that's cheaper, homegrown, and better for the planet. It's worth the hype. Get pumped up with unleaded 88. Let's go Hawks.
John Evans and Reagan Coyle back here in Extreme Arena in Coralville. Let's not talk as much about set 2, but unfortunately we kind of have to. But set 1 was, I was looking at the line, 25-23 a final score. It wasn't really that close, kind of evidenced by the one lead change and 4 ties. Set 2 was really not that close, 25-13, no lead changes and 2 tie scores. I kind of jokingly said the first set Iowa did a pretty nice job, held Iowa State. There was a correction in the stats, held Iowa State to 263. Iowa State hits 414 on the second set and now hitting right at their season average of 328.
They looked automatic in that set. Obviously, the serve and pass game helped. They serve receive really well. Van Dorp's run there, I think she served about 8 or 9 in a row. Iowa just couldn't get anything going on offense or defense, really. Just very flat on Iowa's side. Definitely not how they've been playing this season, and I'm sure they're ready to turn it around this set too. But yeah, it just starts with serve and pass game, and I'd like to see more communication out on the floor and some leadership from the upperclassmen on the floor as well. Like we talked about the Iowa State rivalry at the beginning. This is a fun matchup, and right now they're not having fun. They're not playing like anything is on the line. So this is a big match, and it's only going to get tougher from here going into Big Ten play. So like to see a little more on Iowa on this side.
I think we kind of talked about that a little bit, over the weekend, and historically Iowa hasn't had excessive success with volleyball, and you think about it with baseball or AAU basketball, but volleyball is similar. You grow up playing club, and it's like, okay, yeah, we played at 8, we played at 10, and we played at 1, and so you lose, and it's just like you kind of flush it, but you kind of want your team to be offended a little bit that they're losing, to kind of show some irritation that this isn't okay.
Exactly. Yep. Right now they're playing to try not to lose, and you can just see it on everyone's face on the court, and it's kind of contagious. Once one player feels that way and is kind of showing that on their face, it can kind of spread to everyone on the court. So it's a good reset here for this third set. Time to turn it around and just get this crowd going again. We've got a great crowd tonight turnout for this game, and it really helped in the first set once we got some points strung together, getting the crowd involved and getting everyone riled up in here, and it'll be fun to see that again.
I think we saw the nerves in the SEMO match on Thursday night too. Iowa was right there, and you could just see, to your point exactly, there wasn't a give me the ball, I want to go win this mentality. It was, hey, could you hit the ball somewhere else because I don't want to lose this. And I think those two mentalities are huge differences. Brandt knocks it over at Barrett, bad pass. Marquardt, high platform. Van Zandt, though, will just have to knock it across. Right side to Wuckeltz, blocked, and that'll turn it up. Van Zandt and Whittingstall get the point. Hawks have the first lead. If you're Iowa State there, why do you not set the middle right there? That was automatic and perfect. I mean, I appreciate it. It worked out. Whittingstall knocks the serve over. Van Gorp, high ball, middle of the floor. Outside to Wuckeltz on the left. Goes down the line, misses. She's begging for a touch. Her coach reluctantly stands up and basically tells him to play on.
Maybe feeling a little unlucky after her lost challenge earlier.
True. Both coaches only have one left. Whittingstall knocks the serve over. Good ball, middle of the floor again. Wuckeltz from the left again. Whittingstall with another dig. Emerald fires it off of Brandt. Hawkeyes kick a field goal here to start the third quarter. It's 3-0.
That sounds familiar.
That's how you come out of halftime, right? Whittingstall, good soft serve there. Ace serve as it drops right in front of a diving Duckworth. Can't tell for sure with the, nope, that was a diving Goolsby.
Need Whittingstall to keep the heat on her serve. She is able to go on a great run, and then sometimes adds a little bit too much float to the ball and it sails out. So I'd like to see her keep this ball in.
Oh, catches the top of the tape again. Another great pass. Wuckeltz from the middle. Well, if you can't get it from the left, move her inside. She hammers that one home, catches the far line. 4-1. Iowa's done a decent job with the pins. It's the middles they haven't been able to stop. Duckworth. Good ball from Barrett. Outside to Van Zandt. Goes over the block and misses wide. Boy, that's the ball you have to put away if you're Iowa right now.
Yep, those unforced errors are going to be really important in this third set.
You're in system. You got everything you wanted there, and you missed wide. Duckworth fires it over again. Barrett, not a great pass this time. Amaral back out to Van Zandt. That one's touched. She'll get the score on that one. High hands get the score, 5-2 Iowa. That's one thing if you get blocked. The net shots or a few feet wide, even if you just barely miss the line, you can kind of live with those, but you want to make the defense decide. Amaral pops it at Van Gorp. Good ball, got into her chest. Boy, all the way across to the right. Tight ball off the block. Boy, she's in the net. How are we not calling that? We finally got it.
Okay. I was going to say it was right in front of the up ref over there on that side of the court.
And the down ref kind of raised his hands. I send that emoji to my kids a lot. Well, what are we talking about? 6-2. Amaral knocks it over. Good ball. Back row attack. That ball never got over. Doesn't really matter as Tia couldn't play it. Tia's actually played in Extreme Arena before. She was with San Jose State.
Okay, no, she kind of looked familiar.
Yeah. So Slen, that draws a timeout. We'll take 60 seconds. This is Hawkeye Volleyball from Learfield.
The silly moments, the proud moments, even the hard moments. They're what make life remarkable. And they're why Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield is here for every moment. Committed to making healthcare better, more affordable, with more choices for care. And service and coverage that give you peace of mind no matter what comes your way. So you can show up for every tender moment, every brave moment, and every wouldn't miss it for the world moment, knowing that Blue is here for you. Go to wellmark.com/every moment to find a plan right for you.
Unwind in style at Riverside Casino and Golf Resort, where luxury and excitement come together. Tee off on a world-class golf course, savor gourmet dining, and enjoy premier entertainment and amenities that are second to none. Feeling lucky? Hit the slots or try your hand at our table games. There's always action on the floor. Whether you're here to relax, play, or indulge, Riverside offers more than just a getaway. It's an unforgettable experience. Visit Riverside Casino and Resort.com to learn more.
John Evans and Reagan Coyle back here in Extreme Arena. Quickstar is proud to be the presenting sponsor of Hawkeye Volleyball. Find the nearest Quickstar location at quickstar.com. Iowa threw a punch here to start the third set. Leads 7-2. Figuratively, not literally.
Gotta keep rolling in this third set. Doing a great job of starting off strong. It's going to be important to not let Iowa State come back in this 5-point differential.
The one thing you can control is your effort level, right?
Yeah.
That's the thing. You just keep working hard. Middle attack, dug by Marquardt. Amaral all the way across to Van Zandt. Good ball, and the Hawks get another kill. Boy, that was good, solid defense turned into good offense.
That was a great set by Amaral. She was clear on the right side of the court, right in front of us, and she sends a great ball outside to Van Zandt. Van Zandt able to hit that ball nice and high and swing down the line.
Charday with 7. Amaral punches that one over. Van Gorp, bad ball. Goolsby, tight ball, blocked. I don't even know if that one got over, but Stojanovic and Varez made sure it didn't.
Yeah,
9-2.
Stojanovic got a little piece of it just right on the tape.
Volleyball is a funny sport, man. 10-0 run for Iowa State last set. Iowa in control this set. Oh, what an effort play there. Stojanovic on the joust. Oh, no, tough break.
Van Zandt taps her chest like that was me.
Yeah, because Stojanovic was doing Dikembe Mutombo, not me,
yeah.
not me. Charday said, yes, me, yes, me. Great hustle play, though. That's what Iowa's got to have from Marquardt there. Van Gorp, get her off the line. Good pass. Charday tips, but Van Gorp is there. Middle attack blocked. Iowa actually stopped the swing. That's a block. That's a hitting error on an Iowa State middle.
Finally got one.
They finally got one. Saskia Stojanovic with the block. It's 10-3 Iowa.
Yeah, Stojanovic doing really well in the middle there, getting lots of touches on the blocks. Firing up everyone on the court and in the arena here at Extreme.
14 kills for Iowa State middles. That is the first hitting error. Alyssa Warden will make her first appearance. She comes in for Sharday Van Zandt. Now this will be a kind of a attitude for Alyssa. She's played and started in every Iowa match. That block, where that middle swing comes, is right down from Hendricks Walker. See if Alyssa can lock in and focus here.
Yeah, Stojanovic there on the 3 ball, but no help from Varez on that quick 3.
10-4. Iowa State switching. They're running a 6-2 now. Ava Martin will come in. She'll set from the back row. Warden overpass. Dug by Moisio. Varez wins the joust, but dug up by Iowa State. Good job from Van Gorp to get to her feet. Goolsby dug by Warden, but Iowa's in the net again. It's Varez. 10-5.
That's a few for Varez in the net tonight.
So you need to stop it here. You gave up a couple points. You can live with that. Oh, boy. Moisio and Warden, that was a bug that bit Iowa in set 2 of just kind of looking at each other. That ball was a foot in.
And once again, you have a new face on the court just tonight. Warden's been on the court a lot this early season, but tonight, first time on the court. Can't have that miscommunication.
Boy, and then Alyssa steps in front of Moisio, and it's another ace. Timeout Iowa. It's 10-7 now, and feel the balloon popping again. My balloon's popped. I'm taking 60 seconds. This is Hawkeye Volleyball from Learfield.
Life moves fast. Quick Start keeps up. Whether it's fresh coffee, a bakery treat, or take-home meals that make life easier, we've got everything you need right here. While you're fueling up with our fully guaranteed gasoline, we've got great services like free ATMs and free air. Always clean stores, clean restrooms, and a smile for your day. Hey, we're all about saving you time, money, and making life easier. Quick Star's here for you. Whenever you need us, we got you covered.
Hello, Iowa. Here's a promise. Wherever you are in this great state, University of Iowa Healthcare is here for you, even if you never walk through our doors. Educating, caring, leading research, sharing our expertise with all. Because we believe that UI Healthcare is here to make all of Iowa better. UI Healthcare, changing medicine, changing lives. Visit uihealthcare.org.
We are back here at Extreme Arena. John Evans and Reagan Coyle. And I was having a lot more fun like 2.5 minutes ago. Maybe 3. Iowa still leads, though, 10-7. So all is not lost.
Not lost, but this is a big point. A good pass. Get something rolling on offense.
Moisio, good pass. Varez from the right. Blocked off of her, and Alyssa was there. Kind of maybe ricocheted off of Varez and kind of threw off the angle for Warden.
Yeah, I think Warden was in between either taking it with her platform or her hands there and just couldn't decide.
10-8. That ball sails over the inline. Boy, Iowa needed that. 5 straight for the Cyclones. It ends on the service error. At this point, you don't care how. Just get Iowa back to the service line. 11-8 Iowa. Mo to serve for the Hawks. She pops it over. Good ball from Goolsby. Middle attack. Emerald. Moisio. McGrew. Blocked straight down. That was Jackson, who's new in the 6-2, and Hendricks Walker.
Yeah, and that's a big block to test. Hands of.
Yeah, Hendricks Walker, 6'2" senior. And Jackson, 6'4" senior.
Yep. 6'2", 6'4" block. Wouldn't test the hands of that one.
Goolsby now to serve. Could use one in the net. Oh, right off the top of the tape, overpass, and that's a back row setter. As Claire has been ignoring those and kind of playing defense. She tried to save it with one hand that time. Boy. Well, I said it earlier in the set. Volleyball is a funny game. McGrew, good pass, middle of the floor. Goes out to McGrew, right down the line. Fired it off of, that was off of Martin, and went out of bounds on the Hawkeye side, 12-10.
Gia McGrew, yeah, fired up after that swing. Just kind of coming into the huddle, let's go, trying to get everyone fired up.
That's your freshman that's trying to do what you ask your upperclassmen to do. Allie Barrett to serve. Good serve, Van Gorp, tight ball. Iowa State's in the net. So the setter, Martin, called in the net. Iowa gets just a bit more breathing room, 13-10. Allie again. Oh boy. If I'm a golfer, I just shanked it. I hit it off. I hit it off the hosel, and I hit the wire outside of the net. Less than ideal.
Can't have those types of errors in the middle of the third set when you're down 0-2.
Hendricks Walker, though, gives Iowa a favor as she sends it well over the line. Iowa's back line didn't even have to make any real hard decisions. Again, you can live with errors if you're making the defense decide. But like a ball that hits the wire, obviously, that ball that's 2 or 3 feet out isn't really making anybody make a hard decision. 14-11, Marquardt to serve for the Hawks. 3 straight service errors, 2 for Iowa, 14-12. Iowa, 8 service errors, just 2 aces. 7 errors and 6 aces for the Cyclones. And I would argue those 6 aces, 4 of them have been the easiest aces they're going to have all year.
Absolutely. Morgan
Brandt to serve. Barrett, high ball, middle of the floor, outside to Van Zandt. Sharp cross and scores, 15-12. Charday has 8. She has been probably more than solid for the Hawkeyes.
She's kind of been the go-to hitter tonight. When they need a kill, they're going to go to Van Zandt, and it's a great spark to get things going.
Whittingstall, good solid serve right to Van Gorp. Right side. That ball was touched. So 15-13, kill for Wuckeltz. Iowa's made her work. She's got 8. She has 5 errors on 18 swings.
Yeah, she's taking a lot of swings tonight.
And Maya Duckworth, the other outside, really only has 7 swings. Not a low number for an outside. Marquardt, good ball to Emerald. Outside of Van Zandt. Through the block, diving play from Van Gorp. Chase down, back row's tipped over. Boy, that ball, you gotta get that ball. Duckworth gets the kill from the back row.
And there's been quite a few of those tonight that they have just struggled getting up in that campfire spot.
And you mentioned it earlier on one of the swings. You can tell the timing's not there for her to take a big swing, but Iowa not reading that. Barrett, middle of the floor to Emerald, slide to Stojanovic. Oh boy, that Van Gorp again gets hands on a ball. Brandt tries to dive and get it in the air, but can't quite control it. 16-14.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say Stojanovic, 4th kill there. It's been good to see her kind of add more to the column.
And she's not usually a slider, so good to see her get one there. Emerald. Right side to Wuckeltz. Stojanovic came late. Emerald thought it was out, tried to move too late. Duckworth just left. She ran to the locker room.
Get a little sweat wipe off timeout.
Iowa by 1, 16-15. The set 2 turned at this point with Rachel Van Gorp at the service line. Good ball from Marquardt. Boy, not a good set from, boy, that was a, oh boy, Iowa catches a huge break. It was a It was a terrible set from Claire.
I think it was just a miscommunication. Claire set Van Zandt on a 6
Different
ball,
ball.
but Van Zandt was not there. I think she was expecting the high ball.
Kind of like going high hands where it
Yeah.
looks terrible on the swing,
Yeah.
but it's not that bad. Amaral chases that down. Varez from the left side. Ball popped up in the air. Back row again. That ball's tipped. Iowa gets it in the air. Varez rolls. Dug up. Goolsby chases her way back. Wuckelt. And Iowa can't get the dig. We're tied at 16. Yeah, so to be fair there, Claire set a different ball, so it wasn't that it was a bad set. It was that they were calling different plays.
Yep. Yeah, Van Zandt thought Claire was setting a different ball. Miscommunication.
Varez will leave. Gabby Deary will make her first appearance. We're tied at 16. And Iowa, I guess to finish that thought, Iowa catches now. I guess they lost the point anyway, but Van Gort, good ball from Marquardt. Middle to Stojanovic. Iowa ends that, 17-16. Sashka again, she's got 5. McGrew and Warden come in, Marquardt and Van Zandt.
Has to be really clean volleyball.
Alyssa Warden had a heck of a service run last year against Iowa State to force a 4th set. Because if I had to guess, Alyssa's career high in aces.
Another ace for Warden.
Came against Iowa State last year as she had 6. She now has 2. It's 19-16 and we get a timeout from Iowa State. 19-16 Iowa trying to force a 4th. We'll take 60 seconds. This is Hawkeye Volleyball from Learfield.
You asked for all the extreme internet performance at an all-in price, and we listened. Get 1 gig internet with a 2-year price lock and everything included. Unlimited data for non-stop streaming, powerful Wi-Fi for enhanced coverage, built-in online threat protection, and internet equipment. All for just $65 a month for 2 years. It's the Extreme 1 gig internet for faster, or visit Extreme. Customers only. Price doesn't include one-time charges, tax, and government fees.
Our mission at Oak Knoll is to provide exceptional retirement living and health services through Life Care. We are a not-for-profit life plan community and have served the Iowa City area for 58 years. Oak Knoll is located near the University of Iowa hospitals and clinics, Kinnick Stadium, Carver Hawkeye Arena, Hancher Auditorium, and downtown Iowa City. Visit our website at oakknoll.com to learn more. We are a proud sponsor of Hawkeye Athletics. Go Hawks!
All right, Reagan Coyle, we had the Iowa State punch to start the set. We had the Iowa State big swinging hook to come back in the abs. It's 19-16.
Yeah, has a little bit more fire to her than when she first came into this match, and she's kind of telling her team, got to stay clean here. Not what attitude on the court right now is a lot better than what we've seen past set here for Iowa.
19-17, Ava Martin into serve. She had the service run that brought Iowa State back earlier in the set. So good quick side out would be in Iowa's best interest. Warden, great ball to Amaral. Stojanovic. Exactly what the doctor ordered, if I'm the doctor, 20-17.
We finally see Stojanovic in the middle connect on a set from Amaral. It's been a little bit off speed. Tonight Stojanovic had to use some tips, so that was a great fast swing.
Moisio pops it over. Good ball, but another great pass. Outside. Iowa has done a nice job on Goolsby, but I don't think you can leave her unblocked.
I agree. Yeah, Deary lost her block commitment there. Just nowhere to be found. Realized when it was too late.
And then Hannah was not either. So 20-18. Goolsby now back to serve. Boy, and they were running stack too, so they pretty much had to go that way. Big high toss, big rip. Boy, that's a great serve. Took a little bit of a changeup on the top spin, 20-19.
Yeah, it was more of a down ball than a top spin serve on that.
Yeah, that wasn't her fastball at all. Moisio overpass, look out. Oh boy, Hawks catch a break on just a small tip. McGrew off the net. Deary slaps it down. Deary has to play it again. McGrew off the net again. Dug up. Right side slide over the inline. No touch called. Iowa State begging for it. Assistant coach grabbing the challenge card.
That was a crazy play. It was blocked over the net and then just went off the head of Hendricks Walker to go back over the net on Iowa's side.
Line judges being called over now. They're going to ask if there was a touch. I think the line judge in front of the Iowa State line started to signal touch and then put it down. Iowa State bench holding him to his initial inclination. So my guess is, yeah, we're going to get the immediate challenge here.
Yep.
And boy,
I couldn't see that over there. I'm not sure one way or the other.
I'm not sure, and I'm never very good at these anyway, but this is a monster point.
It is.
21-19 feels really, really different than 20-all. I don't think Iowa needs a race to 20 here, or a race to 5 with them both sitting at 20.
It's really great to see them show some fight on the court, though. We didn't see an ounce of that in the second set, and now I feel like they're kind of flipping the switch in this third.
Yeah, they're showing kind of some of that grit, some of the backbone that you really need to see. Charday with 8, Stojanovic heating up. She's got 6. Gia McGrew in her first starts had to take 21 swings on the left side there, and again, kind of a testament to Iowa not passing extremely well. So the freshman's had to take a lot of tough out-of-system swings. She's done a nice job. She has 3 hitting errors, but she's really done a nice job of keeping the ball in play, letting Iowa fight to keep the point.
I think they're looking at another angle.
Which is good, because that means he didn't notice it to begin with. Claire has 4, 22 assists, 4 digs, and a couple blocks as well. Iowa out-blocking Iowa State 8-3, but pretty much everything else tipped in Iowa State's favor. So they're waiting for one more view. Rachel Van Gorp leads everybody. She has 13 digs. Morgan Brandt has 30 assists. And Aaliyah Goolsby has 11 kills and 7 digs. Iowa kind of found her number there late in the first set, and then she's kind of refound her groove. I know they're having trouble pulling up angles, but I still go back to my number one argument with a challenge in any sport is if it takes this long, you shouldn't overturn it.
Right.
And I don't think he's going to, as he got the other view.
Yeah, there should be a time limit almost.
So Iowa State now, and we'll see if this becomes important. Iowa State is out of challenges. It
very well might be.
If Iowa can force a 5th, then they'll get another one. But as it stands, they are out. Gabby Deary to serve. Iowa by 2 here late in the third. Have to win the set. Gabby punches. Blocked by Whittingstall. Sold. Keischlich now will make her first appearance and serve. 23-20 Iowa. Iowa at 12 subs, so there's 3 left, right? As Iowa's rearranged the lineup a lot here. Flat-footed serve goes over at Moisio. Off the net, Amaral has the platform. McGrew will get another out-of-system try. Boy, that one, she catches high hands and the block drags it down. Set point, Iowa.
And that one was a little bit of an off-speed swing for her, but she was able to muscle it, find some space in between the Iowa State's block.
Jamie Marquardt. My vote in the early season for Iowa's most improved player. Jamie will try to close out set 3. She pops it across. Not a good pass. Back row attack coming. Dug up by Barrett. Can Moisio get over there? She can. Amaral knocks it across. Van Gorp push to the outside. Oh, off the block. Amaral just a half step late closing up the line, and Duckworth gets the kill.
It's a really great effort play by Moisio, taking that ball in the front row seats there. Those are the type of plays that are going to create some fire on Iowa's side to keep those rallies alive. late in this third.
She made a lot of friends with the high donors there in the front row. 24-21, Brandt to serve. Good pass from Barrett. Slide to Whittingstall. We're going to play another set. Hawks take the third, 25-21. Still trail 2-1, but good fight, good effort there.
It was, really great to see Whittingstall get involved late there. We've seen Stojanovic kind of early in that third set get some kills, so it was great to see Whittingstall kind of match that and finally get our middles going and even with our rest of our front row.
And Sashka is so even keel. Hannah has a little bit more fire and energy, which I think then kind of leaks to the team as well. Let's take 2 minutes. This is Hawkeye Volleyball from Learfield.
You asked for all the extreme internet performance at an all-in price, and we listened. Get 1 gig internet with a 2-year price lock and everything included. Unlimited data for non-stop streaming, powerful Wi-Fi for enhanced coverage, built-in online threat protection, and internet equipment. All for just $65 a month for 2 years. It's the extreme 1 gig internet deal you asked for. Call 844-4FASTER or visit extreme.com for details. Offer available to new customers only. Price doesn't include one-time charges, tax, and government fees.
Our mission at Oak Knoll is to provide exceptional retirement living and health services through life care. I'm Steve Rowe, CEO. We are a not-for-profit life plan community and have served the Iowa City area for 58 years. Oak Knoll is located near the University of Iowa Hospitals and Clinics, Kinnick Stadium, Carver Hawkeye Arena, Hancher Auditorium, and downtown Iowa City. Visit our website at oakknoll.com to learn more. We are a proud sponsor of Hawkeye Athletics. Go Hawks!
Hello, Iowa. Here's a promise. Wherever you are in this great state, University of Iowa Healthcare is here for you, even if you never walk through our doors. Educating, caring, leading research, sharing our expertise with all. Because we believe that UI Healthcare is here to make all of Iowa better. UI Healthcare, changing medicine, changing lives. Visit uihealthcare.org.
The silly moments, the proud moments, even the hard moments. They're what make life remarkable. And they're why Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield is here for every moment. Committed to making healthcare better, more affordable, with more choices for care. And service and coverage that give you peace of mind no matter what comes your way. So you can show up for every tender moment, every brave moment, and every wouldn't miss it for the world moment, knowing that Blue is here for you. Go to wellmark.com/every moment to find a plan right for you.
John Evans and Reagan Coyle back here at Extreme Arena. Quickstar is proud to be the presenting sponsor of Hawkeye Volleyball. Find the nearest Quickstar location at quickstar.com. I almost renamed the arena Quickstar Arena.
Quickstar Arena, it flows.
I got kind of tied up. We were talking, it was kind of fun here, as the Iowa State coaching staff right in front of us here for set 4 was trying to decide how to twist their lineup. So there will be at least a small adjustment, I think, in their lineup. I think the lineup will be the same, but I think they're going to twist how they start to maybe try to see if they can take advantage of a different matchup. Iowa held Iowa State that set. 9 kills, 8 attack errors, hit 034. Iowa hit 217, which actually raised their total for the match. But really, it was Iowa finally matched Iowa State's effort and energy level and was able to win the set.
Definitely, and it's too bad that they waited till the third to do that, but nonetheless, I think they've got some newfound fire, newfound momentum on Iowa's side to kind of keep this match going.
So it'll be Van Zandt, Amaral, and Whittingstall in the front row. Barrett, Moisio, and Marquardt in the back row, and Jamie will start serving. And yeah, you've got a little twist. Ava Martin will actually start. She'll be in for Iowa State.
Relaying the lineup change on Iowa State's side.
Yeah, Hendricks, Walker, Tierney Jackson in there, Goolsby. And then McCune goes to the bench. Ava Martin will set. And Maya Duckworth also then in the back row. Rachel Van Gorp comes back in. She's the libero. And she's been a little bit of everywhere. 13 digs. Moisio's matched her. Mo's got 12 for the Hawkeyes. And Jamie Marquardt will get the 4th set started. Good strong serve, but Duckworth a good pass. All the way across. Goolsby high off the block. And Moisio was in the right spot, just couldn't quite track it down. Yeah, just looking, last set had no lead changes and 1 tie. So whoever gets out ahead, even if the other team fights back, they've been able to hold on. Goolsby fires it over. Barrett, high ball, middle of the floor. Slide. That's a good swing again from Whittingstall.
She is swinging so well right now, and she's finally got her slide down. Her and Amaral have connected really well on the past few swings.
We had 2 Iowa State coaches. Bad enough when Coach Yale gets in front of us. We had 2 Iowa State coaches. I've got no chance. It's like Braille doing the match. Whittingstall to serve. Good strong serve. Duckworth, good pass. Back row. Dug by Barrett. Amaral platforms it across. Van Zant. That's the point you just can't give away.
Yeah, those are those unforced errors. Those are the tips in the campfire, the miscues on who's going to take the third ball over. We can't have free balls go in the net.
Tries to get a little cute there. I mean, you don't want to give them the big, obvious, easy ball, but
sometimes it's easier for the free ball if you do send it deep. That gets your time to defense to reset, and you don't have a block risk of kind of getting it sent right back over to your side.
Bad pass. Moisio tight ball. Van Zandt has to tip. Uses Martin. Right side swing shoved over and shoved down. Van Zandt and Stojanovic block McCune, her first hitting error of the match.
And Jackson on Iowa State's side wanted everything to do with that assist. She was so excited to set that ball.
Amaral to serve. Tied at 2 here in the 4th. Floater goes over. Back row attack again. That ball's dug up. Van Zandt takes it. Stojanovic knocks it over. Right side. Ball's knocked out. No touch called. Iowa takes the lead on another Iowa State hitting error. And that was Hendricks Walker, right? So another middle attack error for Iowa State. Amaral. Boy, that was an interesting little double action they ran there.
Yeah, that's a tricky play to defend when you have the middle running a 1 and kind of you have the 3 ball and the 1 ball both running at the same tempo. Tricky ball to defend if you're a blocker.
Well, that's the change. Hendricks Walker was actually right side hitter there. And so she goes to the bench as Morgan Brandt comes back in. Wuckeltz comes back into the front row. Good pass. Amaral, middle attack. Stojanovic. Good dig there, though. Right side, Duckworth. Off the block. Deary. Middle attack, Stojanovic. Sashka knocks it off the block and scores. 4-3 Iowa.
Another kill to her column. That's 7 for Stojanovic. Just behind, or that puts her above McGrew with 6, but just right behind Van Zandt at 8. So just really great to see the middles add some more kills into their column.
Incredibly efficient as well. Warden sends the floater down the line. Good ball from Duckworth. Pushed Wuckeltz. Dug up by Amaral. Moisio behind her to McGrew. Another tough swing for the freshman. And McCune got most of the credit for that block, but Duckworth was there.
Yeah, I like that McGrew kind of swung away on that ball, but it's such a blind swing with a really high out-of-system ball like that. She has no idea where the block is. Kind of have to control that ball a little better.
Duckworth to serve, tied at 4. Warden, Amaral, McGrew through the block and scores. Nice bounce back for the freshman. She's got 7. So going back to that, so she had Duckworth on the right side. Is that one of those you got to know that you've got the 5'8" hitter in front of you, and so maybe the line is the right option even if it's a little slower?
Yeah, definitely. I think that's maybe what they're thinking with that matchup there, but just to give our defense, the Iowa defense a little bit different of a look, but yeah, just another option for their front row.
Iowa making sure they have the right server. Gets the head nod, yes. Coach Barnes asks for confirmation again. It's Moisio at the service line. Warden just served. So it looks like we're all good. Iowa 5-4 here in the 4th. Still trail 2-1. Moisio now to serve. Mo pops a long one into the corner. Bad pass. Platform to the outside. Big swing down the line and out. That was Goolsby that missed wide. That's where they want a challenge, but they don't have any. 6-4. Moisio. Van Gorp, great ball this time. Goes outside Goolsby. Late block for Deary. Actually gave herself a fighting chance by popping it straight up in the air.
Yeah, just caught it in her hands on the way down from her block. Non-recoverable. Just tooling off into the crowd over there.
Van Gorp to fire. Get her off the line, please. Whittingstall has to slap it over, though. That timing was a little off. And Jackson slaps it over, and the timing's not off. Tied at 6. All right, takes a pass on Van Gorp. Hasn't been the easiest thing for Iowa to do. Diving play from Warden. Platform from Whittingstall. Boy, what an impressive sharp cross from McGrew. Gets Iowa State in the net.
That ball for her was so far outside, but she's able to do a quick jump hop, get some air, and find a roll shot just inside of the 10-foot line. Really smart shot by the freshman.
7-6 Iowa. Gabby Deary to serve. She gave Iowa some separation at the end of the set. Bad pass from Goolsby. She'll get a swing, though, from the left side. Tipped over. Deary's there. Amaral tracks it down, goes outside. Boy, we tried high. Oh, net call for Iowa. What a break. Iowa catches a break on the, we'll call it the high hands try again that Gia missed on. 9-6 Iowa. 8-6 Iowa, I'm sorry. Deary pops it over again. Good ball right down the line. Great pass, though. Back out, Goolsby.
Just that quick shoot set to catch the block a little off balance on Iowa's side.
She's got a really live arm, too. She's got kind of a weird kind of pull it straight back in baseball. I'd consider it a short arm. Kind of pulls it right to her ear and then just shoots it forward from there. Ava Martin back in. She'll serve. It's 8-7 Iowa. Goolsby has 14 now. Good, strong serve. Moisio. Amaral. Oh, boy. Van Gorp, who's a little bit of everywhere, dives in front of Tia and knocks it away from what looked like a fairly easy dig.
There's that off-speed shot from McGrew. She's really been ripping on a few swings here. She takes that one off-speed just to find some space in the deep court.
Good rotation for Gia. She's got 11 now as she heads to the bench. Jamie Marquardt to serve. 9-7 Iowa. Jamie, oh, good serve. Bad pass. That's an ace. Fifth ace serve for Iowa. It's 10-7. Jamie pops it over again. Van Gorp dives in front of Tia again. 11-7 on the ace.
You take aces where we can get them. Iowa State has a really good passing line, especially Van Dorp back there.
And we saw Iowa do that. We'll leave it here this time. We've seen Iowa do that a little bit where a player may be trying to do a little too much. That ball looks like it's almost going to hit Tia in the platform, and Van Gorp jumps in front of her and misplays it and gives Iowa a free point. Something that you don't expect a lot of, but maybe Iowa finally putting some pressure on has found a pressure point for Iowa State.
Definitely. That Marquardt serve reminds me of Van Dorp's serve on Iowa State. Just really gentle floater, but the way she pops the ball as she serves it, just all the air comes right out of it as soon as it crosses over the net, so it's really hard to get underneath and get a good pass on the ball.
And she's got a funny one, too. If you cheat up too far, then she can get one back into your chest and make passing really difficult. Hawkeye Volleyball is presented by Quickstar. Quickstar is proud to be the presenting sponsor of Hawkeye Volleyball. Find the nearest Quickstar location at quickstar.com. 3-0 run here for the Hawks. It's 11-7. Iowa hitting .364 in the set in the early going. 6 kills on 2 errors. Holding Iowa State to 154. Iowa out-blocking Iowa State 10-4. And if you looked at the season stats, you'd have probably believed that. Iowa averaged over 2.5 blocks. Iowa State averages under a block and a half. And part of that is your outsides are undersized in both Duckworth and Goolsby. They both pack a wallop with their arm going on the offensive side, but you're going to give up a little bit on the defensive side. Jamie Marquardt to serve again. Jamie, good strong serve, good pass from Goolsby this time. Middle attack, blocked on the Iowa side. Hendricks Walker gets the kill.
Iowa's block a touch late to that, just not quite press over the net before Hendricks Walker took a rip on that.
Goolsby now to serve. The big high toss, the rip. Diving play from Marquardt. Slide to Whittingstall, high off the block on the Iowa side. Moisio, bad first touch, outside to Van Zandt. Tips it, that ball's up, that ball's up. That ball's out. Tierney Jackson nonchalant rolls it over, and just like Iowa gave away kind of an easy free ball point. Her ball wasn't quite as easy, fading away here over tight pin right in front of us, but maybe just push it over instead of down ball it. Whittingstall to serve. Good strong serve there. Van Gorp, decent pass, right side. Hawks get that ball over, and it's that ball falls. Claire Amaral gets the cheapest kill she'll ever get. What a dig from Barrett. Ricochets it at Amaral, who just self-defense flips it over. 6 Iowa State players look at each other and watch it hit the floor. 13-8. Whittingstall, good solid float. Goolsby, outside. Duckworth. Hawks get this ball. Oh, boy. That might have been better if somebody could have helped the falling down Jamie Marquardt so she didn't have to punch it at the air. 13-10.
Really good touch by Van Zandt, kind of backing up there. She just tossed an arm out and was able to get a second touch on that ball.
Yeah, same way Iowa got the kill on the last point. Jackson knocks it over. Barrett, not a great pass, but good ball from Marquardt. Boy, that ball's up too. And inside the antenna. Amaral dumps, slap back over, that's a carry.
Yeah, she took that ball behind her head and low, sent that over the net. If it doesn't look pretty, it's likely not legal.
Iowa just got a kill on a play that didn't look. We got to get that changed. They did fix it. They gave it to Amaral. 14-9. Duckworth, good pass. Back row. That ball sails well over the inline from Goolsby as she ran the, that was blue, I guess.
I should say in terms of carries. If a carry doesn't look pretty, it's likely not legal.
15-9, Iowa State will use its second timeout. We'll take 60 seconds. This is Hawkeye Volleyball from Learfield.
You power your day with passion and purpose. It's the same for Alliant Energy. We're modernizing the grid, blending new, renewable, and traditional energy sources to meet growing demand safely and reliably. We're rising to the challenge to meet your energy needs today and for generations to come. Visit alliantenergy.com/poweringbeyond to learn more.
Cancer doesn't care. It doesn't care what you look like, how old you are, what you do, or where you live. We do. University of Iowa Healthcare is doing more to beat cancer than anyone in the state. From second opinions to life-saving treatments that happen here first. We lead the way in research, training, and care because we believe that UI Healthcare is here to make all of Iowa better. UI Healthcare, changing medicine, changing lives. Visit uihealthcare.org.
John Evans and Reagan Coyle back here at Extreme Arena. Iowa leads the fourth set 15-9, trying to force the deciding fifth set. Amaral back at the service line for the Hawks. Claire pops it over. Good drop serve again. Middle attack. That ball finds the corner. Iowa State now trying to run kind of a two-middle look there with McCune and Hendricks Walker, who's hitting right side now, but they're running both of those middle balls and getting good looks out of it.
Yeah, they're running Hendricks Walker on that sixth ball just right behind the setter and still keeping their middle in front as an option as well.
15-10, Brandt. Good ball. Amaral pushes it outside to Deary. She's blocked and goes off of her, 15-11. Wuckeltz and McCune, just the 5th Iowa State block of the match. Brandt. Good ball from Marquardt. Right side to Van Zant. Good dig, overpass. Van Zant will take it with hands. Amaral pushed it across to Deary, but behind her, another overpass. Deary, no, tips it over right to Van Gorp. Right side to Wuckeltz, and Deary then was stumbling on the block, coming back to her spot, 15-12. Coach Barnes immediately calls timeout. There's nothing in those 3 points that I want to talk about, so we're going to take 60 seconds. This is Hawkeye Volleyball from Learfield.
The silly moments, the proud moments, even the hard moments, they're what make life remarkable. And they're why Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield is here for every moment. Committed to making healthcare better, more affordable, with more choices for care. And service and coverage that give you peace of mind no matter what comes your way. So you can show up for every tender moment, every brave moment, and every wouldn't miss it for the world moment, knowing that Blue is here for you. Go to wellmark.com/every moment to find a plan right for you.
Unwind in style at Riverside Casino and Golf Resort, where luxury and excitement come together. Tee off on a world-class golf course, savor gourmet dining, and enjoy premier entertainment and amenities that are second to none. Feeling lucky? Hit the slots or try your hand at our table games. There's always action on the floor. Whether you're here to relax, play, or indulge, Riverside offers more than just a getaway. It's an unforgettable experience. Visit Riverside Casino and Resort.com to learn more.
At 15-9, I asked my friend Reagan Coyle, could Iowa stand prosperity and just push to the finish line? The answer so far, maybe not. 15-12, 3 in a row from Iowa State. Brandt. Marquardt off the net. Amaral. Van Zant from the left goes off the block. Van Gorp is there. Middle attack, wiped over and scores. McCune. She's got 8. 4 straight for the Cyclones.
Iowa just having a hard time stopping Iowa State on offense right now. They're running really quick plays, and the block is just not quite set for Iowa to get any touches on it.
And Iowa's first pass hasn't been good enough to give Claire options. She's had to go someplace. That's a better ball. Options. Stojanovic off of Van Gorp and scores. Options.
There's a quick Stojanovic kill. In front on the one ball, wrist away. Love that kill.
Sashka has 9 now. Iowa keeps Iowa State at arm's length so far, 16-13. Warden to serve. Good soft serve. Good pass from Duckworth. Outside.
Need to have a little bit more heat on that serve from Iowa. Iowa State is easily passing that ball and being in system every time.
Wuckeltz gets the kill from the left side. And Duckworth back to serve. Warden uses hands. Amaral right side to Deary. Dug up by Brandt. Boy, too easy. Rolled in the net by Wuckeltz. She's been solid, but that's one she'd like back.
Footing was off there. Tried to do a roll shot. Misconnected with the ball with her hand. Just went right into the net.
Iowa State with 3 in double figures. Goolsby 14, Wuckeltz 11, Hendricks Walker 11. Gia McGrew has 10 for the Hawks. Good serve there from Moisio. Goolsby. Iowa hasn't been able to stop her in system. They've been able to kind of figure out how to handle her when she's had some trash balls, but she's been good otherwise. 15 kills now, 17-15 Iowa. Van Gorp. Whoa. The middle jumped with Claire Amaral, and Hannah Whittingstall had a hitting line rip. She's got 6 now, 18-15.
With that swing, she said, "Remember me?"
Gabby Deary's had a couple of good service runs. That one's going to sail over the end line, though. And again, to your point, it wasn't even like she seemed to serve that one hard. It just she got under it and it floated long. Yep. Ava Martin and Hendricks Walker back in. Martin to serve. 18-16 Iowa. Warden. Amaral has to just dunk it over. Van Gorp, right side. Jackson off the block. But McGrew rattles it off him. Moisio can't dive and get there. Iowa State's gotten back to within one. 18-17.
And that was where you start to feel the pressure a little bit as we get closer and closer to 20. Every point matters.
Martin. Oh, boy. Iowa catches a break there as Martin threw the changeup. Didn't even hit the tape. Both teams have had some ugly service errors. 19-17. Boy, if you're Iowa here, having an extra point cushion or two would be great. 19-17, Jamie Marquardt to serve. Jamie, good solid serve. Bad pass, Iowa will get a chance. Moisio, Amaral, Van Zandt. Oh boy, she took something off that one. I don't know whether the set was behind her.
I think it was, but either way, she needs to, if she's going to slow it down, use a tip and kind of tip it deep into the deep court or even just right over the block. But she does best when she really just swings away. So I'd like to see her stay aggressive on her swinging.
Goolsby now to serve. Iowa gave away an opportunity there. The big high toss and the rip. Amaral dunks it, dug up by Martin. Van Gorp steps in, Duckworth off the hands, dug by Iowa. Amaral outside, Van Zandt takes the rip that time, dug again by Martin. Duckworth again, tips. Hawks get that in the air and over. A lot of traffic. Right side from Jackson, tipped over, up in the air again. Moisio takes it. Boy, that's a tight ball. Thrown over, Duckworth takes it. Martin pushes through. Bad set to Duckworth, she shoves it. Marquardt, Amaral, slide from Whittingstall's, an easy dig from Goolsby. Outside Duckworth, dug by Moisio. Amaral's blocked. Oh boy.
That stings. The block was camped out on Amaral, just expecting her to take that rip, and they had her number on that one, unfortunately.
I respected the idea, but boy, you had the double set up on top of you because you had nobody, you had no threat behind you to create any tension. And the block makes it 19-all here in the fourth set. Timeout Iowa. Coach Barnes talking to his setter off to the side here, just kind of, I don't blame her because, you know, you figure maybe it's a scramble, everybody's a little tired,
right.
But that also applies to her where maybe she can't get the lift off she normally gets and get the elevation.
Right, yeah, Whittingstall was clearly not going behind her on that slide, so, yeah, the outside hitter for Iowa State was nice and inside. She wasn't going anywhere. She was right on Amaral to be ready for that.
Quickstar is proud to be the presenting sponsor of Hawkeye Volleyball. Find the nearest Quickstar location at quickstar.com. 6 points to decide if we get to play a fifth set or not, huh?
Might as well make it as close as we can.
This set has had we've tied for the most lead changes. We've had one. we have had 6 ties, so that's the most. Iowa State has been a yo-yo on their hitting percentages. They have just been up and down. Even in this set, they're up to 241 now. 13 kills in the set. They're hitting 241. Iowa down at 167. Iowa block has kind of dried up. Been sitting at 10 for a while. Iowa State up to 7. Iowa State hitting 240. Iowa hitting 197. And you need a pass here on the Aaliyah Goolsby top spin serve. She's taken something off of it most of the time. Good ball from Marquardt. Amaral, Whittingstall on the short slide. And again, there at least they respected Claire, so you get the air, but the middle stays with you, gives Whittingstall a free swing.
Yep, that's wide open for Whittingstall. They thought she was going to take that swing again, but Claire had them fooled.
Whittingstall now back to serve. Sasha Stojanovic back to the front row. Good serve there from Whittingstall. Not a great pass. All the way across to Duckworth, off the block, back to the Iowa State side. Pushed over. Amaral outside. Van Zandt off the block, covered by Amaral. Platformed all the way up. Hawks get that in the air somehow. No lift called. Tight ball, middle attack. Ricochets it off Barrett. We're tied at 20. Not sure if that was Jackson or Tierney Walker Hendricks Walker out of the middle. They kind of they've been interchanging
they've been
around.
changing around. Yeah.
And Tierney Jackson now to serve, tied at 20. Good ball. Amaral, middle of the floor. Slide to Saskia. She splits the block and scores. Double figures for Saskia. She's got 10. And Iowa does make the chain. Barrett will head to the back row, and the freshman comes back in, Carmel Varez. Iowa looking for a little more, probably offensive pop. A little bit different player than Gabby, obviously.
Yep, different matchup on the block.
Amaral sends the floater over. Outside, Duckworth. Dug up. That's an overpass, though, to the Iowa State side. A lot of traffic, middle attack. Boy, Saskia kind of got her feet tangled and lost. And McCune gets the kill out of the middle, tied at 21.
Yep, she was late to that ball, but it was a really quick 3-ball. Tough to get to as a middle, but at least she got some hands up just to give them something to look at up there.
Morgan Brandt has been great at the line. She fires it over. Good ball from Marquardt. Outside behind Van Zant, but it ricochets off the head of, I think that was Wuckeltz coming in late.
And that's that powerful swing by Van Zant that I like. She just swings away and is able to get great touches off the block and find space in between them sometimes as well, but she does best when she just keeps swinging away.
Charday's up to 9. It's 22-21 Iowa. Warden serves it over. Good drop serve. Doesn't get the ace, but gets out of system. Wuckeltz off the net, blocked. Iowa State now running offense. Wuckeltz again, off the block. Moisio, Warden, and Amaral, big free ball over. Middle. Iowa gets the dig on Amaral. Moisio to McGrew. Tough swing for the freshman. Wuckeltz with the dig. Outside to Wuckeltz. She misses wide. No touch is called. And Iowa State has no challenges. So there's 23-21.
Wow.
Iowa State is livid. As I told you, you do not, and the down ref just told her, you do not have any challenges.
You did wonder if it would come back to
I told you,
yeah.
it could be a big deal. It turns out it might be. Bad pass. Iowa State flustered. Wuckeltz blocked. It's 24-21. Set point Iowa.
Varez fired up after that one.
She does not have a timeout yet either. She does not have a timeout. That's delay a game. Stay on the court. There's no timeout. There's no challenge. We're playing volleyball. Let's go.
You tell him, John.
She knew she didn't have one. He told her, let's play. Set point Iowa. Warden, good serve. Tight ball. Wuckeltz dug up by Moisio. Amaral. McGrew scores. Let's play 5.
Let's get this crowd rocking. 5th set. Big rivalry. Lots of tension on the Iowa State side. It's a great answer by Iowa. See if they can do the reverse sweep.
Iowa shows some fight, shows some grit. 25-21. Freshman Gia McGrew's 11th kill. Wow.
Wow.
Setters,
yeah, what an exciting last 4 points.
Setters Morgan Brandt, Claire Amaral get the coin toss. Iowa will serve. Let's take 2 minutes. This is Hawkeye Volleyball from Learfield.
Life moves fast. Quick Start keeps up. Whether it's fresh coffee, a bakery treat, or take-home meals that make life easier, we've got everything you need right here. While you're fueling up with our fully guaranteed gasoline, we've got great services like free ATMs and free air. Always clean stores, clean restrooms, and a smile for your day. Hey, we're all about saving you time, money, and making life easier. Quick Star's here for you. Whenever you need us, we got you covered.
At Mid-American Energy, our 1.6 million customers depend on our energy 24/7. That's why we work 24/7 to deliver the safe, reliable energy you need. To keep our 99.9% reliability record, we're enhancing our technology, improving resiliency, and investing in critical infrastructure. We're generating power from all available resources to cover any increases in demand. And we're innovating to ensure you always have the energy you need. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Farmers are constantly chasing more yield and greater consistency. Check out Mershman Seeds Power Core Enlist Corn. Here's Ben Pieper, our product manager.
Power Core Enlist corn hybrids are the fastest growing traits in growers' fields right now. Farmers know that we are choosing the right hybrids for the right acres to put more corn in their hopper at harvest. Combine that with Mershman Seeds starting line seed treatment, growers are finding that high yielding consistency that they're looking for.
Contact your local Mershman Seeds dealer today and ask them about Power Core Enlist Corn from Mershman Seeds, your friend in the field.
Hey Hawkeyes, this is Coach Ferentz. We're excited about the football season. Iowa Corn is pumped up for their season and their partnership with the Hawkeyes. When you drive to the game, support Iowa's corn farmers by selecting unleaded 88 at the pump. It's a fuel choice that's cheaper, homegrown, and better for the planet. It's worth the hype. Get pumped up with unleaded 88. Let's go Hawks.
Welcome back to Extreme Arena. John Evans, Reagan Coyle, barely breathing. 25-23 in the first to Iowa State. 25-13 in the second to Iowa State. 25-21 and 25-21. Iowa State assistant coach giving the L1, the line judge one some grief.
Yeah.
For missing the touch call.
Yeah, what a crazy turn of events. Just, no challenges left to use that. That was a huge momentum swing at the end of the set.
Fairly certain that call would have been overturned.
I think so too.
However, that line judge Trout did not make them waste a challenge earlier on a ball. So
exactly.
They could have had a challenge if they needed it. And we are playing a fifth set. And Jamie Marquardt will get us started. J-Mo knocks it over. Bad pass from Iowa State. Brandt, great hustle. Wuckeltz rolls it over. Moisio, great dig. Amaral pushes. Whittingstall, slide! And the Hawks lead 1-0.
That's a perfect run by Amaral for Whittingstall on that slide to bring that ball back cross court. Brandt is running back after diving, setting that ball. There's nobody to be found on that right back defense.
Whittingstall up to 8. Marquardt to serve. J-Mo again, goes at Van Gorp, another tight pass. Wuckeltz tries to shove it, got the touch call this time. Claire's not arguing, everybody else on the Iowa bench is, Claire's not. And you see the super crafty setters will try to pull their hands down when they know they're going to get tooled.
Mm-hmm.
Claire didn't get her hands out of the way there. Tied at 1. Smart play by Wuckeltz. Maya Duckworth fires it over. Good ball from Barrett right in the middle of the floor. Slide again. That's a good push, but Duckworth is there. Wuckeltz runs through it. Tight ball blocked back onto the Iowa State side. A lot of traffic right at the net. Goolsby misses wide. No touch this time. 2-1 Iowa.
Really smart tip by Whittingstall on that ball to send that deep, painting the end line there to force Iowa State to be out of Iowa State to be out of system.
Killer chaos, right? You didn't get the kill, but you created weird traffic. Whittingstall now to serve. Good solid serve. Van Gorp, not a good pass. High ball to Wuckeltz right in front of us. And boy, I mentioned Allie Barrett whiffed or shanked one earlier. That was a complete shank. You as a right side can probably sympathize a bit.
A little bit.
3-1.
Being a righty, but still nonetheless got to find a way to control that ball.
3-1 Iowa. Another good serve. Better pass this time. Outside. Goolsby blocked. Wuckeltz, good cover. Tracked down by Tia. Goolsby again rolls it. Barrett, good play. Amaral. Van Zant. Dug up by Tia. Goolsby blocked. Van Gorp with a good cover. Wuckeltz blocked, but that'll go in front of the bench here. Van Zant was there, just couldn't get her hands turned back to the court. 3-2 Iowa.
Really great blocking by Iowa. That's 3 great block touches there. Unlucky for Van Zant for that ball to go out, but Iowa is really owning the net right now.
Van Gorp off the tape. Oh boy. Sashka is heads up about it, but the problem is she only got one hand to it. And Van Gorp has been an absolute menace at the service line. Her 4th ace of the night. Good ball from Marquardt. Amaral outside Van Zant. Block. Covered. Amaral gives it right back to her. Tips it. Amaral takes a rip and scores. 4-3 Iowa on Amaral 6.
Going back to Van Zant again after getting blocked a second time. Amaral says, here, I'll just try a swing.
Beats Tia on the back line. Amaral now to serve. Floats it over at Van Gorp. Maybe a little too easy. Middle attack's wiped at. Boy, and that finds a home.
Yeah, got to have a more aggressive serve there just to try to get Iowa State a little bit out of system. Maybe take their middle attack out.
Yeah, Iowa State middles, 26, 35, or 22 kills, depending on how you're counting Jackson here. If you let them run easy balls, they're gonna dominate you in the middle. Martin now to serve, tied at 4. Tough ball, got into the chest. Amaral, good ball out to Van Zant. She takes a rip. Jackson. Sashka Stojanovic tips the overpass down. 5-4 Iowa.
Great heads-up play by Stojanovic. Up there at the net. Swiper, no swiping. She gets a swipe for a kill.
Easy ball for her. That's 11. Iowa played 2 5-set matches down in Missouri. Lost them both. 1-1 out in Las Vegas. Warden. Okay serve, middle attack. Boy, again, just too easy when Hendricks Walker can get that ball in the middle. 5-5 in the 5th.
Her serve has been pretty off-speed, easy topspin serve to receive for Iowa tonight.
Goolsby gives the big toss, gives the rip. Warden, good ball. Sashka misses wide. Didn't get the down angle as much as she got the side angle. Iowa State takes the first lead here, 6-5. Moisio overpass. Boy, let that one go, Claire.
Yeah, she's really reaching on that one.
And Iowa State middle is doing a nice job attacking that ball. We've seen that happen a couple times with Iowa, and they haven't been up there to contest it, and it's allowed Brandt to pull the ball back onto the Iowa State side. In this case, Iowa State hitters are so used to, or blockers are so used to jumping with Amaral anyway.
Right.
They go ahead and
Might as
jump
well
with that ball and
get that call.
And so even though she's back row, in this case it pays off. So 3 in a row from Iowa State. They lead 7-5. Draws a timeout from Coach Barnes. All right, so what are you telling the team at this point? You've obviously played 2 really strong sets of volleyball. And what are you telling them now to kind of calm down and refocus the team?
I just think it comes down to focusing on Iowa's side right now. It's going to be really important. We've only got 15 points to play. Really important to focus on our side, play Iowa volleyball, and really eliminate the unforced errors on our side. I still think we can just keep swinging away. All of our hitters right now are hitting really well. Iowa State block hasn't been able to stop us on too many swings. Amaral is staying really offensive, which is great when she's up there, but I would say to keep going to our middles. They're on fire right now, and Iowa State can't find a way to stop them.
For Iowa to win, there's going to need to be a trend broken in this match. So far, the most lead changes in any set is 1. We've already had 1 in this set, so Iowa will have to find a way to now punch back and retake the lead. 19 ties tonight, just 3 lead changes. So in a 5-set match, it hasn't been kind of a back and forth. It's 2 sets to Iowa State, 2 sets to Iowa. Now we're here in the 5th. Who can find a way to flex? Serve comes across. Warden, good ball. Stojanovic Great set, great system ball there. Stojanovic in front of Claire gets her 12.
This third set here, I feel like we're going to win through our middles.
Stojanovic 12, Whittingstall 8. I like where your head's at.
Fifth set. I think it's the third set.
Moisio knocks it at Van Gorp. Tight ball, middle attack, blocked. Covered up by Duckworth. Good job. Goes outside to Duckworth. Block comes late. Moisio's there. Outside to McGrew. Freshman tips it down the line. Hawkeyes begging for a touch. Don't get one. But they're going to go to the challenge card. Coach Barnes has two.
They do have a challenge.
They have two.
Yep.
And Iowa State does have one back now after the train wreck fiasco there at the end of the train wreck fiasco for Iowa State. Not so much for Iowa, but Iowa adamantly believed there was a touch. Gia's had a hard time getting the high hand action tonight. See if that worked that time on more of a push swing. I was hoping he was going to get it right away, but he's pondering life for here a second. So oh.
I got the reaction from the crowd.
Yeah, and he's
moving finger.
He now caught the same view that Iowa caught. So we will reverse the challenge or reverse the call here. See, this just blows my mind. Jackson is sitting there going, no, I didn't touch it. You did.
Right. Right.
There's conclusive video evidence that you did.
Right.
It may not have ripped your fingernail off or anything, but it clearly hit your hand. So we are tied at 7 on the reversal.
And then to go and ask after it's been decided.
Yeah, see, that's one of the things, again, John Leo and I do baseball. One of the best things about baseball is as soon as you argue a call that was already reviewed, you're done. You're gone. Moisio, good serve. Push to the outside. Duckworth down the line, dug up. Vares tried to use her 6'3" frame to reach out and grab it. Couldn't do it. We'll switch sides. It's 8-7 Iowa State. This is the way in-state should be. It's feisty.
Yes.
Iowa State, who probably traditionally thinks they're better, they're mad. And that's kind of the way.
It's the way the rivalry goes.
Yeah.
Just makes it more fun.
If you're the underdog, you kind of need to punch above your weight a little bit. You kind of need to do things that maybe you don't always do well. 8-7 Iowa State. Grant to serve. Iowa needs a good first pass. Warden, backside to Vares. Not a great first pass and not a great.
Yeah, it was a good set to Vares, but she's got to use her matchup there and use her high swing, get above the block on that ball.
Because Duckworth is shorter. She should have a chance, but if she goes down into the block, she's kind of dead in the water. Warden off the net. Emerald out to McGrew. If this is one of those that Iowa could come back and win, you've got the Gia McGrew story building here. The freshman gets her first start. Iowa trails 9-8. McGrew has 13. And she's hitting 230, 240 when the stats update. 250. Allie Barrett to serve. Iowa needs to find a way to crawl back and tie it. Barrett knocks it over. Not a great pass from Goolsby, but Duckworth will rip. Tools the block. John Leo with good hands. Unfortunately, those are completely helpless or useless to Iowa, 10-8.
Yeah, unlucky top block touch on Claire. She was pressed over the net, and Iowa State just found a way to tool it out of bounds.
Morgan Brandt, Iowa's got to get her off the line. She has no aces, but she spent a ton of time back there. Warden to Emerald, to Whittingstall. Short ball. Hung up in the air a long time. Block comes late, but Moisio's there. Whittingstall out of the middle scores. Hannah's got 11. That's career high 20 digs for Mo Moisio.
She's just everywhere, all over the floor tonight. Great hustle by Whittingstall. She ran that slide, came in front, ran a block, transition, hit a 1, got the kill. That's just life of being a middle.
Jamie Marquardt now. 10-9 State. Jamie, good serve to the corner. Goolsby, though, decent pass. Wuckles, sharp cross. Iowa digs that. That's going to find a corner, but Brandt gets there. Platform to the right. Oh, Jamie couldn't get out of the way. She knew it was out, did everything she could to get out of the way.
I was going to say, Coach Yale was right in front of Jamie from my angle, so when it ricocheted off somebody, I was confused.
Keanu Reeves actually got shot at the end of the movie. If you're watching The Matrix on that one, he did not move out of the way. Serve comes over the tape. Barrett outside. Van Zandt. Oh, boy. That is sharp. 4-4 with heat.
Yeah, what an angle by Van Zandt. We've seen that a couple times tonight, but she just does so great about she gets so high up in the air and she's able to cut that shot just inside the block. That one was about like 8-foot line, 7-foot line.
Double figures for Charday. Whittingstall, good ball, but a great pass. Right side to Wuckles. Out! We're tied at 11. Iowa finally got pushed back to the tie.
Need a good serve here by Whittingstall.
Keep your adrenaline in check here. She does. Great serve. Van Gorp, though, great pass. Blocked off the antenna.
Another unlucky block off Amaral. She's in the right spot, just goes off her hands and hits the antenna.
Goolsby with 17. She's got a double-double. 12-11 Cyclones. The other menace from the service line, Rachel Van Gorp. She pops it over. Barrett, great ball to Amaral. Slide. Sashka does not score. Wuckles knocks it over. Moisio, Amaral, Sashka again. Boy, that ball was low and she was tired. Iowa will challenge the pancake.
Yeah, that's a tough break by Sashka. She's running 2 slides in a row, and that set was pretty low for her. Not much she can do with that second ball.
As a team that's lost 3 challenges, should Iowa State be critical of Coach Barnes challenging something?
No.
I'm just asking.
Especially being, even if he can use it more as a timeout opportunity at this point in the 5th set.
They're looking over going, what's he challenging? Kind of nose crinkled up. It's like, 1, why do you care? And 2, again, why would you be critical of anything after losing 3 challenges tonight?
I think the intensity of the rivalry is getting to you.
I know, it's kind of fun. I'm very calm for this one. It was Penn State a couple years ago that I about lost it.
Yeah.
Tears were going to be shed. That didn't take nearly long enough. See if Coach Barnes actually, I guess he's got 1 timeout. Coach Barnes actually still has 1 challenge remaining. 11 for Iowa, 13 for Iowa State. Yeah, that one was a tough one to go back to Sashka just because she ran it. It's the 5th set. Van Gorp knocks it over. Barrett, great ball to Amaral. Oh boy, misconnection. Gets knocked over to the Iowa State side. Goolsby rolls it. Moisio again. Amaral. Van Zandt tips again. Swing, kid, swing. Goolsby off the net. Marquardt. Amaral dumps, block, covered. Push back to the Iowa side. Amaral fights through traffic. Van Zandt from off the net has to roll it. Van Gorp, middle attack, too easy. Boy, that was not the best choice from the Iowa offense there.
Yeah, that misconnection with Van Zandt and Amaral, they've had a couple of those tonight. Got to have those nailed down, especially in the 5th set. Can't have any of those miscues, especially at a point as pivotal as 11-13.
Yeah, and I guess the hard part with Claire in the front row there, your options are a little limited. You're trying to run Sashka behind you in transition, which again is more difficult. Not her favorite shot, and then just the connection to Charday. Late rallies hasn't always been good, and so then you need Claire's offense, but sometimes it feels like the offense is more, I need to swing rather than there's an opportunity to swing.
Yep, quite a few tips happening in that last couple rallies too. As I've mentioned before, just Van Zandt does better when she swings away, so need a good pass here, a great set. Just a really good swing by offense here.
13 for McGrew, 12 for Stojanovic, 10 for Van Zandt, 9 for Whittingstall. But Iowa needs a side out on Rachel Van Gorp and then a mini serving run. Serve comes over. Barrett, bad pass. Marquardt, good hands. Van Zandt takes a rip.
That's the swing.
There's the first one. Charday with 11. That's a great set from Jamie, too, to give her an opportunity to take a swing.
Yeah, really great out-of-system plays. Van Zandt's just lethal on that 4-to-4 cross-court swing.
Claire has been good at the service line. Iowa will need her to be great. Amaral pumps it over. Good pass. Right side to Wuckels. Through the block. Finds the back seam, and Iowa State survives. 15-12 in the fifth.
That's a heartbreaker, especially being down 0-2. Really great fight from Iowa tonight to send it to 5. But I feel like just quite a few, spots of unforced errors. Some things that Iowa can clean up on their side is the difference in 3 points, at this end of this fifth.
Well, I think that's the challenging thing if you're Coach Barnes is you look, you watch. I mean, there are so many positives you're going to pull out of that. And yet there's still some glaring negatives that you point at and go, man, if we want to take that next step, those are the things that we can't just give a good team.
Right. And a team like Iowa State is going to be what you'll see night in and night out in the Big Ten, and it's only going to get better from there.
Yeah, Iowa State is Iowa State's probably a top half, at least certainly a middle third Big Ten team. We'll see if we get Coach Barnes here. Iowa hits 218 on the match, holds Iowa State to 234. Iowa State came in hitting 328 on the season. We'll get Coach Barnes now. You got me, Coach?
Yeah, got you, John.
All right, Coach, I want to start with the half-full part of it before we get to the half-empty part. You got beat 25-13 in the second set.
Yeah.
It's pretty easy to lay down and go, you know what, not our night, let's quit. Your team showed a lot of fight in both the third and the fourth set, and quite frankly in the fifth set as well, even though things didn't go your way. But showed a lot of fight after giving away that second set in less than fighting fashion.
Yeah, it's a tough one because we have plenty of opportunities to win that one. It was a serve and pass battle. Whatever team was going to let the ball hit the floor on serve receive was going to lose, and we did that the second set. The first set we had a chance, and we got to learn from it at the end of the game. We tip and roll a ball rather than swinging, and we lose 25-23. And then in this fifth set, same thing. We're at the end, and we got to go up and swing, and we're too careful, and we paid the price. And I was glad Charday came back and swung that last one, but we needed it, earlier.
The point before.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things Reagan and I talked about too. Was late in that set, and you want that. I want the ball because we're going to win mentality rather than I'm just going to make sure we don't lose mentality. Right.
It's just being careful in the moment. You just got to go rip it, and like Charday did in the last one, she went and got it. So, I was proud how we rebounded after just really poorly passing. We put some different people in. Alyssa came in and did a good job helping us pass, and that's what it was going to be, is who was going to pass the best. And we just had our chances, but didn't finish.
Let's stick to the half full thing. Gia McGrew, the freshman, gets her first start. She leads you in kills, 13 kills. Not only that, but your pin hitters maybe aren't hitting the percentage you wanted them to hit overall. She hit 250 today and got a lot. I'd argue she got a lot of garbage balls that
for sure
drug her hitting percentage down.
Yeah, I'm so proud of her. That's how she's been practicing lately, and the game, she's ready to play. She's a tremendous freshman, and she gave us a chance. And had Carmel not had her worst game, I think there's chances there to put this team away. But she just, for whatever reason, just couldn't get herself going.
You had 11 blocks. It kind of felt like a little bit of Missouri too, where you touched a lot of balls and maybe just couldn't keep them controlled or corralled in the court.
Well, that's the kill leading team in the country. They're number 1. And so we knew, we just got to get some touches, got to slow them down, and we got to come back with 6 arms going at them. And we didn't have 6 arms going at them, but ultimately it was, can we manage the serve receive? And I'm glad we did shore that up. It gave us a chance. And then, we just didn't finish those 2 sets at the end.
Well, because in the first 2 sets, Sashka and Hannah didn't really get a lot of swings. You really couldn't get them going. By the end, though, Sashka ends up with 12 kills. Hannah ends up with 9.
Yeah, they picked it up.
Both hit over 400. So that's probably a testament to maybe your passing was maybe a little bit more hit and miss, but you still passed well enough to get the middles involved.
Yeah, we started getting it going, from the 3rd set on, and that's why we started getting them involved. And, Claire was up and down. She made some good plays, but she tried too hard and was a little off and on as well. So we certainly didn't have our A game and had a chance to beat them.
I saw you talking to her at one of the timeouts. Was that a little bit about maybe picking the spots? She's so good offensively, but is it trying to be, hey, maybe this is the time to be offensive or this is the time to keep your hitters involved?
I told her in that moment, you're trying to do too much. All we need is a good set to your hitters. Give your pin hitters. Now, going at some point, you may get another ball where you can swing at, but right now you just need to focus on getting the hitters a good set because she was picking bad times to hit, or she was tipping. I go, you can't tip it all. You got to either hit or set. But right now, let's just focus on setting. And then later on, we got a ball where she put it away at the right time. But her setting was a little off and on, and we just weren't. It wasn't our A game.
One last thing before I let you go, I do want to hit one more A game. Milana Moisio, 20 digs, so your libero career high in digs.
Yeah.
There was a stretch there where it just seemed like she was a ball magnet. Every ball found her, and she was able to help you turn that into offense and run it back.
Yeah, she had her A game going for sure. She played great. Gia played great. Short A had moments where she really played great, and our middles came alive. But we'll learn from it.
All right, Coach. We'll see you Friday.
All right, thank you.
Coach Jim Barnes. Iowa can't quite find a way to get it done. We'll get some final thoughts here from Reagan Coyle.
Really tough one. It's going to be a tough match, being the big rivalry that it is. It was really great to see Iowa come back down 0-2 and fight back and actually push it to 5. They could have threw in the towel early and ended it in 3, but good fight out of them tonight. It was really great to see McGrew do what she did tonight. She looked awesome out there. She's kind of the spark that they need on the court and just creates a lot of positive energy out there. But yeah, really close. Tough match. Just, when you go all the way to 5 and, it ends so close, it's hard not to be frustrated. But, good fight out of them tonight.
Iowa will fall to 7-3 on the year. That's the 3rd 5-set loss in the last 4 matches.
That stings, yeah.
So, do you try to put? You're again. I'm gonna go to you. You're a team leader in the locker room. Do you go to, man, we're close. Teams aren't blowing us out of the water. We're in the right spot. We just got to clean up some things and be sharper. Or do you worry about then? Hey, 3 tough losses that then takes you down a bad path instead.
I think it's the first one. I think. It is still early in the season. They're still shifting around the lineup quite a bit, and even did again tonight. So I think there's still some kinks that they need to work out that, with more practice and kind of getting those miscues out of the lineup with new people next to each other like we saw tonight. I think, 5 set doesn't go to 5 set if it's not close. So, I think there's a few things that they can work on, and wouldn't necessarily say downhill from here, but the competition's certainly not going to get any tougher, so got to turn those 5-set matches into 3 or 4 if we can and come out on top.
Are you here Friday?
I sure am.
Sunday?
Sunday, no. Got to work on Sunday.
All right, so I get you one more time this weekend.
One more time, yep.
So that'll do it for this evening. from Extreme Arena in Coralville. The Hawkeyes fall to the Cyclones in 5. Iowa State took the first 25-23, cruised in the second 25-13. Iowa rebounded nicely 25-21 in the third and the fourth, but Iowa State prevails 15-12 in the fifth. Iowa will finish the non-conference season at home this weekend, starting Friday at 6 o'clock for, wait for it, Girl Scout Day against East Texas A&M. Come on over to Coralville and support the Hawkeyes. I'm John Evans for Reagan Coyle. Thanks for listening, and have a wonderful rest of your week. Go Hawks.